Good afternoon and welcome to SEN Spirit's coverage of the Southwest Football League. Proudly brought to you by Hyundai. Game On event has kicked off. Don't miss out. And recycling made easy. Cash for cans. Bunbury, Capel, Collie, Donnybrook, Darkin and Harvey. This is the Tyre Power pre-game show. Tyre Power Power-Up sale is on now. Visit your local Tyre Power store. Today, Hands Oval is the venue today and the Derby has come to the Southwest Football League. South Bunbury take on Bunbury, two sides or two clubs that have had enormous rivalry over many, many years. I'm Alan Crane and with me this afternoon is Darren McDonald. Afternoon, Macca.
G'day, Craney. Great to be here at this magnificent ground once again. And the Derby, it doesn't get much better. And we're on the eve of finals and there's a fair bit to play out still over the next couple of weeks, Craney. And if you can't tell, I'm pretty excited.
Well, I've just been doing a bit of a run around the grounds, mate, and the atmosphere is very, very good down there. In fact, you get a bit of goosebumps, don't you?
Yeah, I do. It's starting to stand up on the neck as you speak. And there's a big crowd in there. There's a good atmosphere, but it's a bit of a lull. There's a bit of apprehension. And South Bunbury just starting to make their move. Haven't been on top of the ladder all year. If they win today, they will be.
And South Bunbury make their way out onto Hands Oval in the pink and white this afternoon for the breast cancer cause. So they look pretty resplendent down there, and the Bulldogs already out on the ground. So looking forward to this one. Let's do a conditions report. Thanks to Garage Doors Southwest. Thanks to your accredited B&D garage dealers, and I would say, Macca, just about perfect. There is a little bit of wind. It's funny, it's heading to the Bustleton Street, and it will swing. I think it'll swing, so it might become a bit of a factor later on this afternoon, but the ground looks absolutely immaculate.
Absolutely does. There's a fair bit it's very overcast, so it's reasonably dark, which will keep it warmer playing conditions, but when the breeze picks up, might clear the sky and cool things down a bit, but I'd be kicking with it first, Craney, in case it changes.
Mate, I'm a bit of a fan of that as well. Let's have a look at the key matchups thanks to Southern Lock and Security. Secure your home and business with Southern Lock and Security. Well, the big thing today, Macca, is Bunbury welcome back Kane Mitchell, Jurett Tucker, Jethro Barraclough and McKenna Taylor, four prime movers for the Bunbury side. So good to see them back in from last week.
Well, Craney, I saw the list and I didn't realise Kane Mitchell had been playing for Bunbury. And my wife, before young Logan got drafted to Sydney, was passionate Port Adelaide, and we used to love the Super Samurai. He was a household favourite. And I said, Tori, look at this morning. She goes, what? I said, Kane Mitchell. She goes, Super Samurai? I said, yep. She goes, geez, how old is he? I said, he's only 35. She said, he's been around forever.
So she's not up.
She nearly jumped in the car.
I was going to say, she's not here with us, mate.
She nearly jumped in the car and was going to get a selfie.
In the earlier games today, in the Colts, South Bunbury 6-7-42 defeated Bunbury 1-5-11. That was a big win by South Bunbury in the Colts. And in the reserves, Bunbury turned the tables. Bunbury 8-13-61, South Bunbury 7-2-44. As both sides going through their preliminaries. It is a fantastic site overlooking the ground, isn't it? Hands Over looks immaculate.
Mate, the amount of rain we've had in WA from the Midwest down over the last month, and this ground is even looking better than Optus Stadium at the moment.
It's absolutely superb.
It's held up magnificently.
Umpires for today's game in the field, Scott Jones, Braden Surrell and Kai Skoda. Very experienced group of umpires in that one. On the boundary, Max Campbell, Diana Schumann and Josh Jones. And in the goals, Blair Driscoll and Josh Daniels. Just a quick around the grounds for Geograph Civil. So a couple of games played yesterday, Macca. Kerry Park 11-13-79 at a big win over HBL 6-7-43. And I tell you what, I think we might have underestimated the Panthers because they were terrific last week.
They're starting to gear up for September.
Well, I think they've won the last 8 or something in a row. We nearly had a line through them, but their passion, the way they're going about their footy is sensational.
No fanfare, just slowly making their move. Craney, I'm really grateful for the Bulldogs today wearing bright yellow jumpers with white numbers on the back. Goodness me.
Well, I tell you what, we've got a fairly bright, because as I said, South Bunbury in the bright pink, and And Bunbury in the bright yellow, and the umpire's in the bright green. He doesn't, just as well you wore your bright coloured shirt.
So
today,
it looks
Macca.
like the Bulldogs are wearing their First Nations Guernsey, and obviously you've already spoken about South Bunbury is supporting breast cancer.
And in the other game yesterday, AMR 10-18-78 defeated a valiant Dunsborough 7-4-46. So your Shark boys put up a pretty good fight down there, Macca.
Be interesting to see what they can do to their list next year so they can start to really compete. Would have been in 3 years in the league by next year, wouldn't it?
It would have, yes. And other games going on this afternoon, of course, Donnybrook and Collie Eagles. That is very, very important for the Donnybrook Football Club to stay in the mix.
And then Donnybrook, the game the next week is Donnybrook playing Bustleton, are they?
Yes, that's
game?
right.
Massive.
It's good. And Harvey Bulls and Eton, well, not too much riding on that, but bottom spot might be actually riding on that, Macca, so that'll be pretty important. As the umpires are lined up in front of us as we speak, the Bunbury side comes in to go through the ceremonies. Now, Macca, let's have a look at these two sides while we run through that in front of us. As I said, Mitchell, Tucker, Barraclough and Taylor back in for Bunbury, a side that were 18 points up going into the last quarter last week. It fell away. They looked a bit like they were going through the motions a bit at the end there, but I was down in the rooms there and there's a definite bubble about it.
Yeah, that's 4 big ins that they've got come into their side, so it'll really change up what they had on the park last week, and they'll be going full bore at South Bunbury, who have been taking all before them in the second part of this season, the reigning premiers.
Just have a bit of a look, listen to the welcome to country.
Yeah.
The whole idea about today is letting people know that it is a big honour for our true legends. They do a lot for our community in the Hillside. I think that the passion for football was what they loved. The grandsons, sons play footy here. It's that storytelling of football brings us together. No matter what your background or your religion or what, I think football brings out the best of you, and the colour of your team are amazing. I mean, Pete, who would have thought part of sponsorship stuff what we do? But we've got this smoke going here, and I'll chuck these leaves on and we'll get this going, and the whole idea is letting the mob know that something's happening today. This smoking ceremony is all part of our healing, and while we're here we're just going to make sure that everyone gets a part of this in honouring our true legends.
And we'll just go through a few of these matchups as we go along, Macca.
Yep.
Tyson Wood, the big ruckman for Bunbury. He was a man mountain last week, and South haven't really got a ruckman. They run with Toby through it, Hawkins
and Wright.
So they're a bit undersized compared to Big Wood, so that'll make a big difference, won't it?
Absolutely. We've seen how crucial ruckman can be in the league when you've got a good ruckman. So South have been able to find us to develop a system without a dominant ruckman, but Tyson Woods is a different story.
South's backline have been fantastic. Rocco Versace.
Oh, Rocco.
Ben Horsman has been a big key down there. He's actually found a real spot down there at centre half back.
He's not the spare parts man anymore, is he? Now he's a key defender.
Tommy Gorder, Tommy Galloway, Cole Sawyer, they run from that defensive unit and link up. Yeah,
they run, they set up well when the ball comes in. They're pretty hard to break through, and after, when was it, 2 weeks ago, we called the Bustleton game, Bustleton were only able to get 1 goal after quarter time.
And the two Nordells, I know you like the Vikings.
I do. I do like the Vikings. Two very, very skillful players, but also very hard at it as well. They're not afraid to put their head over the ball, and when they are about the place, things tend to happen. So we really enjoy watching those two players.
They're hard to match up on, aren't they? They've got that size about them, and they got that little bit of an X factor.
Yeah, they got a lot of belief as well, Craney. And a player with belief is very hard to beat.
as the two captains, Kevin Chitty for South Bunbury and Denham King for Bunbury, come together for the toss of the coin.
Kevin Chitty just goes about his business quietly, doesn't he? He's just a hard worker. When there's backs against the wall, he's in there right underneath trying to bring his side back into the game. And he can be a little bit unheralded, but I'm sure internally he's highly respected.
Looks like they're trying to find heads and tails. Not even quite sure who won that, actually.
I don't know, but
I think Kevin Chitty won it.
And they're going towards the Busselton end.
So Bunbury will be going city end. Daniel Perks, the defensive unit for Bunbury, has to be on their medal, don't they?
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
The wings are very interesting. Cormac and young Gallagher.
Yep.
And your man from Perth.
Oh, Clarkey. Yep, Jai Clark.
So they are dynamic on them wings for South. But mind you, I reckon Kane Mitchell will go out there for Bunbury as well. So it'll be interesting to see who starts on this wing for Bunbury.
Hasn't it? I think he'd have an impact wherever he played, but because he's pretty versatile, Cormac out on that wing has been a very, very very smart move, hasn't it?
It has. This is a pre-game show thanks to Tyre Power. Get the power. We're not very far away from a start in the Derby, and I can tell you the atmosphere is absolutely, it's riveting, isn't it, Mac?
Oh,
you go for a walk out in this magnificent new stand.
There's a finals atmosphere about it, Craig.
There is that, and it looks like Kane Mitchell will definitely go under this wing onto Clark. That'll be a good one for Southern Lock and Security. Those two players. And who's on the other wing there, Macca? Is that
so we got
Hamish Hall?
Yeah, it is Hamish Hall and Jace Cormac out on the other wing.
There is a battle in itself to have a look at.
You could just about have those four players in the centre circle quite comfortably, couldn't you?
It's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Scott Jones, umpire, central umpire, will take the first bounce here, and we are just about to get underway.
So it's Wood and Hawkins in the ruck.
So this is SEN Spirit and Darren McDonald.
Up they go. Hawkins wins the first tap, taken by Crane. He's dispossessed, gets it back again, tries to flick it out. Hawkins working exceptionally hard as his field. Ball skips back, that's Waldrick. Flicks a handball backwards, but Bunbury end up with the football. Here he is, a super samurai already. Gets a kick, Kane Mitchell passes on the lead, drops what he should have taken. Early nerves, he's got Rocco Versace for company. Can't pick it up, Versace recovers it to Crane. Crane goes back to Gorder in plenty of time and space, as he always is. He goes back to the square, and Horsman takes the mark right at the deepest part of fullback.
Gee, there's a good one to keep an eye on too. Parsons and Rocco, Mac. They are two young guns.
Two bulls. So Horsman goes long. Hawkins come up. Crane has the football, been busy early. He fired it back to Bain, and Bain handballed it out to a teammate who got tackled. Umpire's going to ball it up about 60 out from Bunbury goal.
Have to be the brightest jumpers I've ever seen.
I know. They're actually not bad.
They're pretty handy, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good. I like them. Up they go. One down by Wood this time. And the umpire said holding the ball. So I think it was Kerwin, was it? And kick to be taken by Bain. Bain finds Cormac on the lead. He's still inside D50.
Magnificent day for footy here.
Gorder leading into some space. Cormac elects to go to the outer side, finds Gallagher. You've been happy with him, Craney, in recent weeks, young Gallagher?
I like the cleanliness of the footy.
He goes into the middle of the ground, finds Bodie Nordell, gives it on to the running Cormac, who's also up and about early. Big, long drop punt. Siska read the ball best, got it out the back on the bounce. Coming out and attacking the footy's Johnson. Then bringing it out, it was Perks. Perks got it to Borlini. Borlini intelligently tapped it to Perks, and now the ball's with Busher. Hayden Busher, the former Perth and Claremont footballer, kicks the ball out on the full, and South bring it back in. Gallagher marks on his chest. Had a look at Gorder, then elects to go forward. Not the best kick. And Bunbury take the mark. Comes to Mitchell. Mitchell gives a handball off to a running player. And they come up the wing. Here's Parsons. Got two to beat. Gathers the football, then gets tackled very heavily by Sawyer, and he managed to get a toe on it. Very good to Taylor. Taylor kicks it just as Horsman closes. Parsons all on his own, marks a double grabber. Oh, Craney.
I tell you what, Bunbury are up and about. I said I was down in the rooms before. They didn't like what happened last week, and fair call. We've been a bit critical of them during the week, so they have come out firing. That was a great grab by Parsons.
I thought it was a good grab. I thought he just stood still for too long there. He could have utilised his body a bit more. He was lucky to get away with it in the end because Versace was coming at him. Anyways, 20 out and dead in front. Parsons lets go with the drop punt and straight through the middle. And the Bulldogs get the first goal of the day here at Hands Oval in this derby.
Yeah, what a start. It's been absolutely electric, and I tell you what, you don't have to turn away before you miss much, and the pace of this game started out, and that was nice by McKenna Taylor. Good to see him back in the Bunbury lineup. He is a major player in these.
He's a good mover, Craney.
Absolutely, and Mitchell's got a couple early, but that was well thought out by McKenna Taylor. Nice finish by Parsons. Good grab, goal to Bunbury. They'd be very happy with that one, the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. And it was just the election by Gallagher to go forward instead of DeGorda, and he just picked out a Bunbury player all on his own. The beauty of back.
Good footy. You make a mistake, you pay for it.
They go. One down by Hawkins again. Crane had his head ripped off, and he gets a handball out to Waldrett running by. That was brilliant football. Waldrett onto the lead, and that's a very, very good mark by Ethan Nordell. He's unselfishly give it off to Waldrett again. The left footer has his kick smothered. Bunbury take the ball. I think it's Kerwin in defence.
It's a play on run from behind, which is good, Macca. How was the centre clearance? Absolutely brilliant.
What I'm picking up with South Bunbury is that handball is automatic to a teammate. So unselfish and excellent mindset by the Tigers as Tucker clears the ball out of defence for the Bulldogs. It's out there on the half-back flank for the Bully. Hawkins now has the football marked on his chest for South Bunbury. Gives it once again a handball running by. They go long inside 50. Coming out to meet the ball is Ethan Nordell. He steps over the line to be a throw in the right forward pocket.
Thanks to MGIB. Like a good neighbour, MGIB is there.
So this throw in will be for, I'm pretty sure, we're talking cashforcans.com. Yes, it is. In it comes. One down by Woods this time. Clark hits the football. Right foot snap into the pocket. Oh, very good work by Johnson. Kerwin pounces on the football. Johnson nails him in a tackle, and they're going to ball it up 5 metres out from South Bunbury goal.
Boy, I love the start of this, Macca.
They're doing it all for Hyundai with their main event has kicked off. One down by Woods again, starting to get his mitts on it in the stoppage. Bunbury clear, it's off hands, still fighting for it in the back pocket. Good tackle there by Bodie Nordell. And umpires are going to ball it up for Hyundai. Up they go, one down by Woods again, and this time goes over the line. And they'll throw it in the forward pocket.
A big day ahead of him, Tyson Wood, the big ruckman from Bunbury.
Yeah. Does he tend to go it alone, Craney, for most of the day?
Oh, no, they can pull Parsons through the midfield or Woods.
Chitty's going into the ruck with him. One down by Woods, taken by the Bulldogs. Big clearing kick straight up the line. Horsman, best position, takes a good strong mark out in front. Slipped over as he was about to play on, so just steadies behind the mark now, looking for options. Elects to go back into the corridor, and there's Galloway. He's been really steady the last month. Gets a handball off to Gorda. Gorda on his favoured left goes to the pocket. Johnson can't mark. That was good work by Perks. Bulldogs away again. They clear the fall out of defence. Getting after footy is Jack Wright.
Who's found a fair bit of form, Jack Wright.
Bodie Nordell. Marked on his chest. Too far out to score. Puts it to the hot spot. Clears the pack. Coming at the ball was Mitchell. Cormac got it out for the South Bunbury. Chitty. Back to Nordell. And it's only behind to the Viking.
Thanks to SKG for your support this afternoon. Get your scans at SKG. What a start we've had, Macca.
Yeah, she's on. It's hot in the kitchen. Just Kerwin waiting to receive the football. Now we've got it. So he'll bring the ball back into play for the Bulldogs. He's come back in now. Goes long to the outer side. Players set themselves. Really, really excellent work there by Jack Wright. He's taken a great mark. goes inside 50 now. Brilliant work by the Bulldogs. They clear the... Wood gets a handball away. Here's Taylor. Good stab pass. Up there he found Jet Woods.
Someone's lost their boot in all that.
He got a handball away, but now the ball's in dispute and there'll be a ball up just outside the centre square on the far wing.
You're right with the run from behind. It is a definite plan.
It is.
There's a free kick here.
Yeah, there is. It's going the way of South Bunbury. Hawkins gets it to Clark on the bounce. Clark has enough time to steady, and on the outside he's got Sawyer, who's come up from defence. He then pulls the ball back to the hot spot. It's a 3-on-1. Excellent mark there to Tucker, who brings the ball out of defence. He's got Hall all out on the far side on
Beautiful
his own. Great kick finds Heisman. Heisman takes a mark on his chest. High kick finds Taylor, who's run on. Taylor now plays on immediately, puts up Wambatter into Parsons. Parsons takes it on his chest and will have a shot nearly dead in front, 40 metres out.
Just about the Gen X engineering player of the day just there, Macca. I'll tell you what, Bunbury used that exceptionally well. And Parsons, look, he was very good at providing a lead last week. This year he's handed on. And McKenna Taylor, he started off the game in terrific form.
Geez, Parsons is moving well in that forward line, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a double team coming shortly, Craney. So, Parsons, he'll run through the paint and kick from about 45. Let's go with the right boots. Not a bad looking drop punt, but it's gone right across the face, and it's one behind. So, real opportunity gone begging there for the Bulldogs.
I was just about to put that one down, actually, Macca.
Yes.
He's normally a very good kicker of the footy, is Braden Parsons.
And we know what this bloke likes to do, kicking out of fullback.
I reckon
Craney.
we can just about tell where this is going to go.
And he goes bang, straight into the centre circle. They fly. Ball comes to ground. Bulldogs get the ball off the deck and bring it forward. Barraclough's there. But coming and meeting the football was Scott. He's put it on his boot.
No, it's touched off the boot.
Touched off the boot, one behind. So they're peppering the Bulldogs. They look good when they go in.
Oh, they're just up and about. We were a bit critical of that last week, that they were just going through the motions a bit, but a week's a long time in footy, Mac.
And they've got 4 big ins, as you said. Tom Gorder. Look at the pack gathered in the centre square, just waiting for it again, trying to read it. And that's exactly where it goes. Can someone pluck it this time? And they do. But
That's a great mark.
The Bulldogs, and it's Kerwin, who's been a good defender for a long time for this one. But the kick's not so good, but it finds Denham King. He plays on immediately. Gets held up, then goes out to the pocket, finds Mitchell. Mitchell then comes inside.
Beautifully
and finds
played.
Eastman. Now, this bloke is a beautiful kick of the footy, and this is a stab pass from him, 35 metres.
I love the vision of the Bulldogs at the minute. They're working to create a bit of space, and they're opening up the ground, so they have got options for the ball carrier.
So here we go. Dylan Heisman loves a goal, this bloke, Craney. In he comes. Has a crack from 40. Umpire works, but he's got it.
I reckon it's there.
Who let the dogs out, Craney? 2-2-14 to South Bunbury at 1 point on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard.
Well, they've brand up like a spring, haven't they? And they've been playing exceptionally well. As I said before, they're just running hard to create space, and that's something that lacked last week. And Hands Oval is one of those spaces that if you want to work hard and run hard, you can create an enormous amount of space, and it makes it tricky for the defensive unit to cover, and that's what they've done. A beautiful finish there by Heisman, but the build-up was absolutely superb.
So when I started calling with you in 22, Craney, Heisman was a prime mover through the middle of the ground, but he tends more to be that roaming forward that will go up to centre and just come back now. Doesn't start at too many centre bounces. Up they go, one down by Woods, taken by Bain. His kick smothered as he tried to let it go. Cormac bursts through, knocks over his skipper in the process, gets back over it. And they play on immediately. That's Nordell, goes out to the pocket. Johnson on the chest. That was slick. So Johnson, 45-degree angle, right side for a right footer, will shoot from about 48.
Talk about some slick footy.
They are play on at all costs.
It is 100-mile-an-hour footy, isn't it?
It is. They want to catch them off guard, put the opposition under pressure. In comes Johnson. Just gets through 50 now, 48. Sends it on its way. It's across the face, a one behind to the Tigers. Ball to come back into play.
She's
It's going to be that man Kerwin again.
Take no prisoners footy, Mac.
Oh, she is. Catch us if you can.
And I tell you what, it makes a great spectacle if they're going to keep that up all afternoon.
Certainly does. Kerwin goes long, gets it to the edge of the square. Kept up by King, who tried a basketball move. Wood with the football. Goes back over Tucker's head. Now the ball's taken by Zanuck. Zanuck, he gets the ball on now, Bunbury moved the ball through the middle of the ground and coming out and meeting it is Parsons. He's really on fire at the moment. He puts it in. Heisman outbodied his opponent too easily there and took a very, very good mark. I think it might have been McGinley, was it?
That was pure experience there from Heisman. He had the young fella on the other side of it, just held him back enough with his body to end up taking a chest mark. And look, you don't pick that up every day. That is experience from Heisman, as we said. He's normally a very good kick for a day, and what a start to the Bulldogs this would be.
Absolutely. Here he comes. From 48 metres, it's as straight as... No, he's missed.
As straight as a crooked arrow.
Yeah, straight as a crooked arrow. Looked all home from there, so...
We're looking for a rising star thanks to Garage Doors Southwest and a best defender thanks to Western All Pass Services, so keep an eye on them ones, Macca.
Absolutely.
Should have the Preston.
Where's Charlie when you need him?
We should have the Preston Power equipment clock running just in front of you there. 14 minutes gone into the first quarter.
Rightio. Galloway brings the ball back into play, gets it right out to this member's side flank. No one can mark it. King gathers the football, goes backwards to Kerwin, who's been really busy early. Barraclough at centre half forward takes a mark. Looking to handball, but plays on by foot. Goes long to the square. Galloway takes a good mark, plays on out to the left back pocket. Jace Cormack there takes the mark, telling everyone to settle. South Bunbury under a bit of pressure at this point. Now he touches the ball down, goes over top to Galloway, who's come across for support. He's dispossessed. Ball tapped out by Mitchell, socket off the ground by Heisman. It's in the corridor in a dangerous position. Parsons breaks through a couple, handballs over the top. Ball comes back there to Bunbury, who fire on goal. And there's a mark in the pocket, or is it a point?
No, Mitchell's got the mark, I reckon. And
so, is it a mark? Did he play on?
He's done all of the above. The umpires are just chatting.
They're just conferring?
To see what's going on. There's three of them having a bit of a chat down there, the umpires.
There's a number 10 for the Bulldogs, Craney, not listed, so I'm not sure who he is.
It is Riley Stenhouse, number 10 for the Bulldogs.
Right, he's wearing number 10 today. Thanks very much.
So Mitchell's going to have a shot for goal and put it through.
Well done. So they've got 3 in a row. They go to 3-3 at 21 at South Bunbury, 2-2 on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. Nearly 16 minutes gone in this first quarter for Preston Power Equipment.
They're up and about, the Bulldogs. They are absolutely superb as Kane Mitchell comes for a bit of a well-earned rest on the Harvey Norman interchange bench. The way he's going, I wouldn't give him too much of a spell because he started off extremely well. And nice goal, that. There was a bit of controversy or confusion, if you like, what was happening down there. Mitchell just got the footy back, walked in and kicked the goal, and everybody said that's all ready to go.
Looks like they paid the mark on the line. And, Rainey, these dogs are barking.
They are at that. I mean, South have had their chances, no doubt about that.
Yep.
But the Bulldogs, their use of the footy has been outstanding.
Yeah. Going inside has been the difference between the two, hasn't it? You'd say inside 50 is probably the same, but going inside 50 has been the difference.
The value of the contribution inside 50, Mac.
One down by Woods this time. Was taken by Hawks. Now he's going to get up. Actually, it wasn't Hawks, it was Busher. Up they go again. Woods wins the footy down in the Taylor direction. Taken down very heavily in the tackle was Crawford. The umpire's going to
just
ball
a quick around the grounds thanks to Geograph Civil. Donnybrook 1 goal 2-8. Lead the Collie Eagles 1-7 early days first quarter.
Woods won the knockdown for Hyundai, but it was sharked by Bain. Big up and under forward for South Bunbury. The bounce tricks them all. Hall, he's got 4 around him. Ball's taken there by Waldrett. He wins it back, gives it to Nordell. That's Ethan, who gave it to the running Galloway. He looks at the short pass and spots out a teammate. I think it might be Bodie Nordell, it is. He took the mark. He goes to centre forward across the ground, finds Sawyer. Sawyer takes the mark on his chest and it puts a step pass into Ethan Nordell. So just denying Bunbury the football and inching closer. I reckon this is out of his range, and so he spots a player at centre forward in Bain. So Bain, probably 60 out, 55 outs, too far out to score. Looking for options. Bunbury have blocked it up pretty well. He's going to go for home. Bain sends it on its way. It's not a bad looking drop punt. It's only a behind.
Gee, he made the distance, though, and he kicked that right on the 50-metre line, did Bain.
He ran around the man on the mark, used the stand rule to his advantage. But it's a 3-goal lead here on the WA Carpet Supermarket to the Bulldogs at this point in time. As they bring the ball back into play, and a good defensive mark taken by Galloway, he drills it inside to Bodie Norbell, who takes a slips catch
when we're looking
on the
for
ground
our
inside
best
50.
defender for Western Allpest Services, Galloway has started off this game very well for the Tigers. Been under a bit of pressure the way the ball's been coming in the Bulldogs, but taking a lot of uncontested marks.
Well, see, he's just trying to run with Parsons now and play in front of Parsons, because Parsons on the lead has been dynamic. Here comes Bodie Nordell. Gets to 45, almost directly in front, sends it on its way. Umpire does a bit of work, and it's another behind to the Tigers.
They can't buy a goal, the Tigers, at the minute.
No, they can't. They're having shots from long range as well.
I was going to say, that's a credit to the Bunbury defensive unit. They're stopping him, getting him close.
So Tucker brings the ball back into play.
It's nicely done too.
Mark taken out there on the half-back flank, just outside D50 for the Bulldogs. They bring it inside now. Barraclough takes the football. They're back inside D50. Gives it off to a hard-running teammate there in Tucker, who breaks through a tackle, then goes out to the far wing. He's found a teammate in Oliver. He goes long to the half-forward flank. Coming out is Heisman. He's had a bit of footy early. Goes back to Tucker, who's kept running. Heisman in a bit of space. That's getting closed up pretty quickly. He puts it into the hot spot. Galloway's there again to thwart the foray forward. Bain's in there, chiseling away as the chiseler always does at the coalface, and forces a ball up 40 out.
I reckon
Bunbury
there's
goal.
a heap of tackles it up for Bunbury Mower Service today too, Macca.
Absolutely. And big knock there from Hawkins, but it wasn't very effective. And there'll be another ball up, 40 out from Bunbury's goal. Up they go again. It's one down there by Busher. Bain has the footy again. He loves it in close, Bain. Loves it in close. It was Hawks actually going into the knock there. It's up they go. One down by Woods this time, taken by Galloway. Got the handball out to a teammate, and away they go out of defence, but there's a good mark.
Nicely set up behind the ball.
On the chest to Oliver. Oliver's had a little bit to say already in this game. That kick beautifully smothered by Siska. Socket off the ground by Clark, only as far as Tucker. Tucker gets a handball away to King. King shot the ball off to Kerwin, who got absolutely...
That could be a Bunbury Mower Service
nailed.
Contender.
And that was holding the ball for Bunbury Mower Service by Ethan Nordell. Gets it to the running Bain. Bain got it to a teammate in Parsons, and then he's driven it forward inside. Here's ball's fallen to Johnson. He tries to dribble it from the pocket. And just an errant hand at the last minute from the Bulldogs. Sees the ball over the line.
Gee, what a pace the game's being played at, Mac.
Oh, it's flat out, isn't it?
It is absolutely huge. We're looking for a WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the year day today.
Ball comes in from Tucker. Cormac's got a couple to beat. He does. Gives a nice handball to Parsons. Parsons goes inside, and that's a beautiful pass. He finds his skipper, Chitty. It'll be another long-range shot on goal. Cranium's been fading to the right the whole quarter. They need to aim for the left goal post.
Well, the players need to be aware of that, because the coaches can't tell them. They've been out there long enough to know which way this wind is drifting.
So the skipper, let's see if he can get the first goal on the board for the Tigers. Right in front of his social room, so we're getting plenty of support.
Get a bit of advice.
In he comes, 45-degree angle, right side for a right footer. Let's go from right on 50, and it goes way right. Out on the full, in fact, Alan.
Might have allowed a little bit too much for the wind, I think. It's not a cyclone out there.
Okay.
Plenty of
Young
excitement in the crowds.
Zanich in defence for the Bulldogs has been doing a pretty good job.
He's doing a very good job. He's putting his hand up for the Western All Pest Services.
Ball comes back into play, taken by Taylor. He plays on straight
He's
up
had
the
a
ground.
very good quarter, Taylor.
And he finds Hawks. Hawks has the footy. It's right on D50. Looked for Busher. Not the best kick. It might work out okay for them. Cormac there to tackle for Bunbury Mowers service. Still working hard is McGinley for the Bulldogs. There's going to be a ball up right in front of us here on centre wing. The tackling pressure's right up on both sides, Alan.
The tackling press is superb. The whole game of footy is superb.
One down by Hawkins towards the boundary line. McGinley pushed over the line. What's the umpire say? Bring it back in. So McGinley, he looking a little bit ginger after that. He might have hit a bit of AstroTurf there on the side. Bit of carpet burn.
Bit
for
of
WA
carpet burn, you
Carpet Supermarkets. One down by Wood again. Crane takes it. Wrapped up by Barraclough. They'll ball it up on this centre wing. Get ready for a free kick, Alan.
Speaking of that, we need a CPR Outdoors mark of the day too, Macca, if you're going to conjure one.
Well, the Viking will do something for us. Hawkins. Oh, Hawkins twice. He made someone falcon it. It's fallen to Kane Mitchell. Runs his full measure. Right foot kick up to centre forward. Hawks can't mark. Galloway does.
That was Crane keeping his eye on the footy. That bounced straight into his head.
He's defender of the week so far, Craney. Who's that sponsor again?
Yeah. Who was it? Western All Pest.
Western All Pest. And then he puts it into Bodie Nordal. It's like a game of chess for South Bunbury at the moment as they try to get it forward. Parsons can't quite take it off the deck. Gets a handball back to Bodie Nordal, but it's not quite good enough. Field tries to grab the football. Eventually they get it back. McKinley's kick is smothered. It's pretty messy at the moment. Ball's gathered by Payne. Gets a handball trying to get it to Cormac. In fact, it wasn't Payne. It was a young fella wearing number 22 who I don't know who he is.
I reckon there's a blood rule. Crane got whacked one got the Falcon.
Who's number 22 for South? Is that on the team list here?
I'll have a bit of a quick look at that while you get going here, Mac.
Yeah, it's not in there. All right, ball comes back into play. Wood wins it down again. Ball attempts to be taken away by Stenhouse, but once again it's taken over the line by Mitchell Bain, and they'll ball it in. So we're just on the half-forward flank here for the Bulldogs, a high half-forward flank. Ball's one down by Hawkins. Barraclough can't get a handle on it. Hit over the football stuff, Chitty. It's still in play. Now it trickles over the line right in front of the emergency umpire dugout. So the ball will come back into play. This has been a bit of a stalemate here at the minute. Not a lot of possession football being able to be had. It is so tight. No room to move. So as a consequence, lots of stoppage. Very good throw in by the boundary umpire. Wood wins it down. Bilsich can't get a handle on it. Hawks does. Little left foot kick forward. Trying to be taken there by Busher. Was he held without the football? No. Another ball in. Left half forward for the Bulldogs. Umpires just doing a bit of a swap. That's interesting. I haven't seen that before. Umpires just swapping thirds. Field umpires. Ball comes down from Wood. Bain takes it, then gets a handball out to Ethan Nordal. He fumbles at a crucial time. Max Bilsich is there. So is Kane Mitchell. His kick smothered. Umpire's going to ball it up. Just forward to centre wing for the Bulldogs.
She's tightened up a little bit after that opening quarter.
Fair bit.
After a bit.
Fair bit. Got a feeling that Bunbury have got a fair bit to play for. One down by Woods.
Absolutely looks like it, doesn't it? And
Yep.
they do. I mean,
Ball taken by McGinley. Not the best kick in. Here's that famous number 22 for South Bunbury who drives it up the wing. Denham King drops what he should have taken.
Oh, that's put him
Chitty
under
picks it up.
pressure.
He's got a paddock. Kevin Chitty have a bounce. No, he chips it inside looking for passes. He doesn't find him. It could work out all right. He follows up, lays a tackle on Kerwin. What's the umpire saying?
gee, I tell you
Gonna
what,
ball it up.
Bunbury only had the one defender
Yeah.
back there. Kev Chitty just about hit him, so
Oh, Kerwin. He's a good player.
he was put himself in the right spot at the right time, didn't he?
So up they go, Wood and Hawkins. Hawkins wins this one down. Bain and Barraclough clash heads. Then going to ground was Gallagher, and there'll be a ball up.
27th minute mark on our West Power Preston Power equipment clock.
Top of the forward 50 for the Tigers. Nordell tackled. Umpire still playing it on. Will he say holding the ball? No. So that was a Bunbury mower service special there. That's for sure, as Trey Field gets up, laying that tackle on the very dangerous Ethan Nordell. Up they go again, right in front of the South Social Rooms. One down by Woods. And there's a siren, Craney, and a very entertaining quarter of football. And on the WA Carpets supermarket scoreboard, it's Bunbury 3-3-21, leading South. Bunbury 5 points.
Yeah, a very, very entertaining quarter. As you said, Macca, Bunbury have a lot to play with. They lose this and they're facing an elimination final. Stay in this, they stay in third spot. And they've come out to play, and it's an extending quarter of footy. We'll be back after the break for quarter two. Welcome back to Hands Oval, quarter time here in the Derby, and Bunbury off to a flyer. 3-3-21 lead South Bunbury 5 points. So just a terrific game of footy. It was fast, it was physical, and it was just run from behind stuff. It was take no prisoners footy, Mac.
Absolutely, and I really liked the way South Bunbury prepared to handball and play on at every opportunity, but they were really staunch in defence, the Tigers, and forced South Bunbury to take shots on goal from a long range out, whereas Parsons on the move early for the Bulldogs, getting a couple of shots on goal, and South Bunbury a little bit unsettled down back to start. So let's see how they get organised this quarter.
Second quarter action to get underway for SEN Spirit and Darren McDonald.
And up they go for Hyundai. This one down by Woods. Couldn't be picked up off field. Bain doesn't, gets the clearance for the Tigers. Tucker misses the mark. Ball comes down to Oliver. Gets a handball away to Tucker. The tackling for Bunbury mower service is huge by the Tigers. Kevin Chitty leading the way. Crane picks up the crumb and drives it in long. Nordell can't mark. Gallagher gets the crumb, but coming out of it is Denham King for the Bulldogs and finds Hall as the outland just inside D50. He kicks the ball out. He's kicked it into a couple of one-on-ones. Coming through and hitting the ball hard. It's Lamonica. And
how is the tackling out
and
there?
is holding the ball, Craney, as you say that.
That was a good one for Bunbury mower service.
Jace Cormack, and he just surprised
didn't even know he
got
had
a free kick. Yeah, but the umpires are prone to give him a free, and I think it's because he just gives 100% every contest. Goes back to Gorda. He's smack bang on the wing. He goes into the corridor, finds the big ruckman Hawkins, takes the mark out in front. He's pretty unassuming. Hawkins drives the ball inside 50. Nordell, Bodie, can't mark. Ball's on the deck. No one can pick it up. Johnson got company from Hawks. In comes Bodie Nordell again. Umpire's going to ball it up about 30 metres out from South Bunbury goal. That scoreboard's a picture, Alan.
It is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? The whole ground's a bit of a picture.
Ball's one down by Woods. There's a snap on goal there by the Tigers, and off hands for a behind.
It was Crane that had the snap on. It only pulled up about a metre short. He's probably still putting his nose in place after the falcon he got.
There's Hawks in the back pocket with the footy. Goes long on his left foot out to that wing, and Busher can't take the mark. He's got 2 to beat. He gets rid of Sawyer, and the umpire's going to ball it in.
Good result for the Bulldogs there. There was 2 Tigers South Bunbury players waiting to bring that back in.
And 2 who can run a bit too in Sisga and Sawyer. Ball comes back into play. Woods and Hawkins. One down by Woods. Taken there by the Bulldogs. Hawks gets it off the outside of the right boot. Bounce eludes them all. Parsons. Now it's Versace. Gets a handball to Crane. Crane to Cormack. By hand. Then it's Gorda outside of the left foot. Drives it to centre half forward. Waldrett gets the crumb. Gave it to Hawkins. Fired it off to Crane. He's been busy. Drives it inside 50. Nordell.
Well, I'm actually
beautiful double grab by the Viking. I think he's done something here.
I'm also going to put it down for a CPR outdoor mark of the day contender.
He's
not many of this done.
I don't know whether he's done a calf or he's cramped up. He looks in a bit of trouble.
Landed a bit awkward, I think, to Ethan Nordell.
Here he comes. 45-degree angle right side for a right footer. He's hobbling in, Crane, as he comes. Gets into a little jog now. Goes from 45. It's a good-looking drop punt. Nordell, you beauty.
That was straight as an arrow, wasn't it, from Nordell? We'll just keep an eye on him because I think he just got to run it out a little bit. He's still a little bit hobbly.
Little corky, maybe? Or
Yeah.
did he come down and jar it?
I think his ankle just landed a bit funny as he landed, but the Tigers on the board for their first one for this afternoon. What are we at? The 3-minute mark of the second quarter on the Preston Power Equipment clock, Macca.
Oh, it's always exciting when a Nordell's involved, Alan. Can't help myself.
Yeah, they have just got that little bit of extra, haven't they,
Yeah.
the two boys?
So they're going to go back to the middle of the ground for...
Gee, I tell you what, the wing
Hyundai.
battles are absolutely superb.
Yeah,
aren't
they are.
Hamish Hall, Jace Cormack
Yeah.
on one, Mitchell and Siska on the other.
Up they go for Hyundai. Main event is kicked off. One down, clear decisively by Hawkins. Bain pushed it through. Clark picked it up, tried to get it back to him. Hamish Hall has it for the Bulldogs.
Clever.
Beautiful lead.
Clever,
Gets it to
very
Taylor.
clever.
He's a good footballer, Taylor. Drives the ball inside 50, looking for Hawks. Big
Oh,
fish.
bang.
Galloway come out and force the contest. Ball gets over the line. Beats
That'd have
Busher
to
over
be
the
a
line.
golden fist, wouldn't it?
The
That went
Hawks is
30
in a bit of
metres.
trouble after that.
I think that might be... Who is that went down?
Hawks.
He wore a pretty heavy one when Galloway come over the top.
He looks fairly dishevelled. But anyway, ball comes
He's
back
up
into
and
play
going
for
again.
cashforcans.com. Neither ruckman get it. Barraclough socks off the ground. Waldrett, slick handball to Cormack, who races away from the stoppage, then kicks it out on the full. Tells everyone to come back.
Kicked it straight to his interchange bench.
So Tucker with the footy for the Bulldogs. Gets behind the mark. Right here on the wing in front of us. Will bring the ball back into play. Does. Finds Max Bilsich. Gives a handball back to Tucker, who's run around behind. Then he puts a short pass into centre forward. Good mark on the lead
Position football, isn't
for the
it?
Bulldogs, LaMonica. Yeah, he's still way too far out. And he goes long to the pocket. Parsons, good body. Then just couldn't get back to mark the footy. Horsman held him there, and the ball trickles over the line just inside
There's
50
been
for
a
the
move
Bullies.
there. Horsman's gone on to Parsons and
Yep.
Rocco's back onto Wood.
So ball to come back into play. It's Wood and Hawkins. Or is it Horsman? It's Parsons and Horsman, in fact. Bain grabs it off the pack, snaps it forward. Chitty gathers the dirty ball, but Kerwin tackles him to the ground for Bunbury mower service. Thought it could have been a little bit high, and there's a little he's got a bit of small man syndrome there, Trainee.
Going to say, if you're going
Sean.
to pick on someone, don't pick
He's
on Tyson
smiling
Wood.
all the way. He's smiling all the way. Ball's one down by Hawkins. Umpires found a free kick. High tackle on Bain.
There's no love lost out here.
No, there never is between these two sides.
That's what you expect from a derby, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you're always
Exactly
playing.
what we're getting.
Doesn't matter where they are on the ladder, they're always playing for sheep stations, these two. Well, Bain does a little fake, gets onto his right, drives it, looking for Crane and Oliver. Crane still keeps it inside. Then gets a bit of a front on from the Bulldogs. The umpire's Tucker, and the umpire's just going to ball it up. He's a tough little customer, the Crane. He's doing a bit of heavy lifting at the moment, Sean Crane.
Well, I suggest you not pick on such big guys.
Hawkins with the big ruck knock goes out of bounds, and there's a throw in at left half forward for the Tigers.
I know one thing's for sure, he'll be loving every minute of this contest.
He's smiling. He's smiling. He's like a kid in a lolly shop at the moment. He's
Just
that
a
happy.
quick around the ground, thanks to Geograph Civil. Donnybrook 2-3-15 lead. Collie Eagles 1-3-9.
Oh, Woods wins it down, and LaMonica made sure the umpire saw he was being held without it and wins a free kick. So he's at right half back for the Bulldogs. He's looking into the corridor. A couple of little options there. He's got the star, but not just a little chip up the wing. Finds Field. He hasn't had a lot to do yet, Field. I'd like him to get involved because he can play. Goes across the ground looking for King. Be tempted to put him into the middle of the ground also. King drives it straight into the middle to a teammate. Now Max Bilsich has the football. Chip pass finds Barraclough. Barraclough just forward to centre wing. There's a lead on there, and that's a great lead marked by Tucker.
Gen X engineering teamwork is the very best from the Bulldogs as they just pick their way through
Tucker's
the
had
South Bunbury defence.
Tucker's had a heap of footies. He passes off wide
Had a great game last week.
to Busher. Busher's probably within range if he
Did
wants
Butcher.
to, but he tells Taylor to come at him and hits him fair on the chest, Craney. That was a beautiful, didn't have to break stride.
The three that come back in the side, Mitchell, Tucker, Barraclough and Taylor, have all had big inputs into the first bit of this game.
It's a tight angle, and he'll be shooting from 45 right side for a left footer. Here he comes. Taylor, been pretty good so far. Gets to 45, elects to go to the top of the square. There's a contest, off hands, and one behind to the Bulldogs. So, bit of an anti-climax. There's Tommy Gorda's going to bring the ball back into play.
I could just about pinpoint where this is going to go, Macca.
It'll just fall in front of the centre circle. Actually, it just gets to the top of the square. Big mark by Barraclough.
Oh, he wasn't quite sure who took it.
Barraclough, that's a contender.
I've been looking for one.
Is it
CPR
outdoor mark of the day? Comes out to Tucker on his own. Tucker spots up Hawks. Little slips catch at the top of 50. So this game, it's actually intriguing.
It is an absolute beauty.
1 minute is fast. Both teams have got two speeds. One, they can chip it around or they can go fast.
But that's where a bit of thought goes into it from the players, isn't it? There is times to run, there is times to pick your way through. 45-degree
angle. Breeze coming across him. Runs around now on his left. Let's go from 55. Hawks just doesn't quite get there. That was a huge kick from the little man. So, where's Tom Gorda? He's got the football now.
Bunbury have done this well. They've got outriders here that are not too wide. They know where he's going, so that still gives plenty of numbers in the middle.
Gorda goes bang on that left again. They all set themselves in a very, very good mark to push.
There's been a push,
and and it's going to go the way of the Tigers. Nordell. Whose is it? It's Hawkins.
Hawkins.
Jeez, Nordell wanted it. He'll wait there for the handball now.
I reckon he's still going to get the handball.
Wait for the Oh, very smart play by Taylor to go man him up. And now he does get it. Gets a short pass. He
was always going to get a touch there, wasn't he?
Just the required 15, and then he went to Clark, who slipped over at a crucial moment. And Oliver brings the ball out in front of Taylor. Gorda's there, maybe to thwart this attack. Taylor puts on a little bit of speed, just burns past him and taps it out of bounds.
Tell you what, Tommy Gorda's not moving all that well.
No, and he's got a calf strap there too.
Just watching him just go through then, and he just had a pronounced limp.
And it still is, yeah. So, everyone's probably got a little niggle or two this time of year. Wood wins this one. Waldrett takes it off the pack to Crane. He elects to go back into traffic. Gets around, snaps it forward. There's a contest there. Crawford wins the day for the Tigers to Waldrett. To Chitty. It's not clean. Chitty does exceptionally well. Now drives it long looking for Bain. Ball comes out of the pack. Nordell does a little around the back. Hoof. Shuffle. Comes back to King. Then there's Tucker. Tucker goes into the middle of the ground to find Oliver. Into the corridor.
And now they'll peel to the outer side. I'm loving this, Macca.
And here's Mitchell. Space to work in. He then pushes it out to Hawks, who's been working overtime. Grabs the footy cleanly, but tackled magnificently by Siska. And
that's
the
a Bunbury
umpire
mower
says,
service
holding
tackle.
the ball. So Siska with the sizzler. A little chip over the top to Chitty. Just like Kev Chitty more and more every time I see him.
Good effort.
A big mark to Jay Wright. But now what's the umpire saying?
Benny Horsman coming off through the Harvey Norman interchange bench, so we hope he's all right.
So the ball now with Tucker. Jeez, he's getting knocked up, getting kicks. Got it to King. King to Field. Field takes the mark and plays on. Right foot down the wing. They come at it. Really good stuff by Versace. Went all the way with Parsons, held front position and juggled a good mark in the end. Old Rocco puts in a stab pass down the wing. Chitty nearly does enough to take it away, but McGinley awake to that.
There's just good battles, all one-on-one battles all over
the
track.
Every player knows their matchup, Craney, and they're sticking to the task. I'm going to have to clean my glasses soon.
Well, they're fogging up.
Yeah. Ball coming back into play. It is Hawkins and Wood, as it has been all day. Wood wins this one. Crane can't quite get the football, and eventually Waldrett kicks it forward for the Tigers. Here's Tucker, runs onto it for the Bulldogs. He's got a teammate over the back in Perks.
This run and
Perks
spread is brilliant.
Spots it out to Oliver. Oliver goes straight down the corridor to Barraclough. Good footy by the Bulldogs. Barraclough, another long drop punt out wide. Spots McGinley.
Well, there's a man out wide, Mitchell.
McGinley on his left finds Mitchell. Mitchell goes inside 50 to the pocket.
Gen X engineering teamwork at its absolute brilliance.
And that's Busher with the football.
That was absolutely superb. The kick inside the Barraclough was an absolute ripper.
It was. So Busher on the tightest of angles. Right side from a right footer and will kick from about 35. Make it 40. 40 metres. Just under the light post. As we see, goes around the corner on his right boot.
I tell you what, he's given that a bit of a chance.
And that's a fantastic goal. That's a contender for the for the WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day, Craney.
Absolutely was, but the build-up and the spread from that defensive unit was absolutely superb. As soon as they found out their back had it, they all just ran to the right position. The kick into Barraclough, absolutely brilliant, and he had players on the running on the outside. So swapped it straight across the outside of the ground. A terrific finish by Hayden Busher. And the Bulldogs up and about. Everything South have thrown at them, the Bulldogs have handled back.
Yeah, really, really good kick from Busher. Ran around, made great contact, and not one person moved.
No.
Only the umpire a touch. Maybe that was for a bit of theatre. But we're coming back into the middle of the ground for Hyundai Craney. The main event has kicked off, so go down there and get yourself a bargain. Up they go for Hyundai. One down there by Hawkins. Now Wood gets the ball back. Got it to Field, who's starting to get busy. On his left foot. Drives it out looking for Taylor. Takes a strong
He's
one-on-one
been outstanding.
grab. He's brilliant across half forward. Really good. Plays on now. On his right boot. Runs to 60. Drives it long. Parsons can't quite get a handle on it. And on the Harvey Norman electrical scoreboard, South Bunbury 1-6-12, trailing the Tigers 4-6-30, 15 and a half gone on the Preston Power Equipment
Thanks
clock.
to MGIB, like a good neighbour. MGIB is there. Well, this is...
Gorder drove it out to the halfback flank, and he's missed the lot. Bunbury mower service, high tackle to Field. He's getting busy, Craney.
I love the way Bunbury is set up. They've obviously watched South Bunbury's defensive kick-ins very well.
Brings it out to Zanic. Had a good first quarter. Zanic plays on now, goes long to the pocket. Parsons is there. Coming across, Galloway gets a hand on it and gets
Actually,
it over
young
the line.
Zanic was very good last week. He's a contender for our garage door Southwest Rising Star.
He's working really well. So ball to be thrown in the right forward pocket for the Bulldogs. That's where the breeze is favouring at this point. Oh, taken by Busher out of the ruck. Straight through the eye, diddle off the left foot.
Do we
Another
give it
one to the Bulldogs.
another contender too? Actually, he read that very well, and the Bulldogs are doing to South what they've been doing to other sides for quite some time. They are completely on top now, Macca.
Oh, they are. And South have got a problem. They need to get a move on. It's 1-6-12. The Tigers to the Bulldogs 5-6-36 on the Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. 17 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
Don't forget, this is also a chance for South Bunbury to get on top of the league ladder. If they lose today, they're going to probably not achieve that. So a lot to play with. I mean, they're still a good enough side to fight back, but 4 goals.
Yep.
But the way Bunbury are just using the ball so well, they're running to good spots. They're prepared to open up the ground. They're prepared to switch it, and they look very, very good at the moment.
The other thing they're doing is not really making any mistakes and allowing for South to score on turnover as Bain emerges from the middle of the ground for Hyundai, runs to centre forward and drives it long. Takes the bit between the teeth as Mitchell Bain. Not the best kick. Trickles out of bounds. There'll be a ball in for cashforcans.com in the right forward pocket.
It was, and I mean, they did everything right there. Bain just broke that tack, but the kick just didn't go to anybody's percentage up front, and the run out under that scoreboard.
So a throw in for cashforcans.com. Coming back in now by the boundary umpire. Winning the knock there was Jay Wright. Ball comes to ground, but emerging is Denham King to Hall. Heard that a couple of times already today. That's Hamish Hall. Goes up, finds Field. He's really getting a lot of the footy now. Field goes long on the right boot. Parsons leading out hard. He's got Horsman for company. Horsman tries a little block, picks up the footy, and then just does a little
meander.
A little waddle over the line.
A little meander over the line.
Right in front of the social rooms. Probably said g'day to a couple of relatives in there.
I like that matchup, Horsman and Parsons.
Yeah, it is good because Horsman will stick to the task all day. So we're at right half forward for the Bulldogs. Boundary Umber to bring the ball back into play. Superb job. One down by Woods. Picks the ball up, gets a handball away. It's Jet Woods who's gone into the ruck. So it's gone over the line again, right in front of South dugout. And there's old Julian Burgess there barking instructions, as he's done for a number of years for a fair while in this comp. He's really getting animated, Julian. Ball's one down by Hawkins. It stacks onto Mill there. Bunbury Mower Service having an absolute field day, and there'll be a ball up at right half forward.
Thanks to SKG too. Get your scans done at SKG.
Up they go for Hyundai. One down by Jet Woods. Ball's cleared out of there by the Tigers, but Crane intercepts that, gets it to Chitty. Chitty over the top, set a task there for Waldrop. Kerwin comes in, had his head knocked off. Chitty just barrels his way through, but they hold him up, the Bulldogs, and there'll be a ball up right in front of us here on centre wing, and the crowd are loving this.
A lot of perceived pressure out there too. I was just watching this right in front of us.
Yeah.
There were eyes looking to see where other players were before they actually grabbed the footy.
So it's going to be Wright and Busher. No, it's Hawkins and Woods.
Big lead.
Comes down to Busher. Just thrown out of there by Hawkins. Hamish Hall has the football. Right foot. Tries to put it out in front of Heisman. And he hasn't seen a lot of the footy this quarter. We're 20 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock. And there's going to be a throw-in for cashforcans.com at right half forward for the Bulldogs.
Young Jet Woods come off onto the Harvey Norman interchange bench looking a bit worse for wear too after that.
And his mum's just in front of us and she's looking on very intensely. Ball to come back into play. Hawkins and Woods run at it. Big fist in there from Hawkins. Picked up beautifully by Mitchell, but stepped over the line too far and they're going to throw it in. Mitchell trying to press his case, but the umpire saying, sorry, mate. Whole of the ball was over the line.
Still looks in very good nick, doesn't he, Kane Mitchell?
Oh, magnificent. Magnificent. Ball comes back into play on centre wing on the grandstand side. Neither ruckman can get a handle on it. Busher comes through with a big fist. Gorder just runs in a straight line. Crane. And he's taken high, which isn't hard to do. It's a young Sean Crane, but he's won the kick. At left half
South
back.
can't get their rhythm going, can they? That easy delivery into the forward 50.
He plays on Crane and goes long down the line. They are Nordal, goes up for a big screamer, can't take it. Barraclough takes the footy cleanly, gets it to King. He takes off, then he gets it to Tucker. Tucker's got Mitchell in the middle of the ground. He turns, puts in an absolute bullet and finds Parsons.
Wow.
Parsons gets the handball off to Hall. Hall looks up, that was Field actually. Field was stripped of it. Now McGinley's been legged. I thought it was holding the ball, but he's been legged. McGinley's got a player, teammate out in the pocket. It's Mitchell, who's very intelligently drifted away.
Standing run. He was right in front of us. He was involved in the play, was Kane Mitchell, 3 or 4 times. He pushes down, pops it over the top to Busher.
He played on into the pocket, and Busher's there all on their own. So
But that was just hard running by Kane Mitchell and outstanding.
But even that last bit there, Craney, that was very un-South-like for Busher to be in so much space.
Yeah, they've got him rattled.
Yeah.
Bunbury got South rattled.
So this is for 3 in a row for Hayden Busher. He's going to go around the corner. He's on a 45-degree angle, and it kicks it from about 35, and he's missed. He should have gone for a drop punt there, Alan. Goodness me, no excuses.
That's my bugbear too, mate.
So he could have had 3 on the board, and on
South Bunbury 1 goal to the 22-minute mark of the second quarter. That is unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, on our Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard, 1-6-12 to Bunbury 5-7-37. 23 gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock. Tom Gorder to bring the ball back into play. Comes to the grandstand side. Horsman can't mark it. King just throws a fist into it. Hawks gathers well off the deck, gets through the traffic, then lets go off his left inside 50. Taylor! Oh, timed it beautifully, leapt into the air and took a great mark in front.
That kick-in structure has worked predominantly for South Bunbury, but Bunbury have done their homework on that, no doubt about that, because they've just got all the answers. Even around the stoppage, they've got numbers around the ball. They're using the ball so well that they're not given those turnovers, and it results in a shot for a goal.
He's going to have a shot from almost dead in front from 35 metres. Good kick by Taylor, no mistake there. And Bunbury Bulldogs power on to 6 goals, 7-43. South Bunbury 1-6-12 on the Harvey Norman Bunbury Electrical scoreboard. 24 gone in this second quarter, and South Bunbury have a problem, Craney.
They're under enormous pressure, aren't they? They're getting beaten around the stoppages, but even when the ball's going forward, Bunbury have got the numbers because they're using the ball so well. They are just picking through the normally a tight South Bunbury defence, and as you said, there is no turnovers with Bunbury at the moment, so South cannot get on the end of them, and their delivery into forward 50 has been very un-Tigers-like.
Gorda's limp is very pronounced, Craney.
He has definitely got some problems down there.
So Ethan Nordell's gone into the middle of the ground. We've gone Wright's gone into the ruck, and he's gone against Woods. Ball taken by Crane. Watch him start to get even busier now. He likes it when the back's against the wall. Oh, and there's a little bit of how you going. As Jay Wright comes in, just to let everyone know he's around. Wright and Woods just smacks that with his head coming out and meeting the footy as the Bulldogs player gets it to Busher. Busher goes back to Hawks. Had the last goal assist, goes back into the middle of the ground. Woods takes a very, very good mark under pressure. Handball to Tucker. Tucker into Mitchell. Mitchell can't quite gather it. The ball ends up with Oliver. He fumbles. He's tackled for Bunbury Mower service. Umpire's going to ball it up.
Wood's been a big player in this too, big Tyson Wood.
He's been very good.
No mistake about that, the big ruckman for the Bulldogs.
Up they go. Wood and Wright. Wright wins this one. Only as far as Busher. Big left foot snap inside 50. They come out to meet it. Parsons can't quite get it. Versace's there. Great spin out of trouble. Got the footy to a teammate who just put the footy down. And that's a holding the ball for Bunbury Mower service. And emerging from the pack with the football is Field.
They're under pressure every time they get it, the Tigers.
Young Scott just was like a deer in the headlights then. So Field, once I said he needed to get busy, he did, Craney.
He listened to you, Mac, I tell you. He's been very good as Busher comes off for a well-earned rest in the Harvey Norman interchange bench. He's been enormous in this first half for the Bulldogs.
He's a bit worse than 45. Wrong side for a right footer. Goes off that right. Didn't allow enough and has fallen into the trap that most of the players have here today. And has just gone the right side of that goalpost.
14 scoring shots to 7. They're all over the Tigers at the moment.
Be interesting to see what they can bring out after half-time. Gorda with the football. Brings the ball back into play now and just goes bang. The ball sits up on the breeze. And there's the siren for half-time, Craney. And on the Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard, South Bunbury 1-6-12. Trailing the Tigers 6-8-44. It'll be interesting to see what South Bunbury bring to the table after this half-time break, because I can imagine that Julian Burgess will not be happy.
Well, he won't be, and I think South Bunbury are a good side, so they can regroup at half-time, but I'll tell you what, they're under enormous pressure. We're going to come back after the break for the Hollow Beach Bar half-time chat. And welcome back to Hands Oval, where it is Derby Day. South Bunbury and Bunbury heading head-to-head. And it's Bunbury that have jumped out of the block 6-8-44. And believe it or not, South Bunbury have going to kick the 1 goal for the half. 1 goal, 6-12. This is the Hollow Beach Bar half-time chat. We've been witness to a magnificent half of footy by the Bunbury Footy Club. We're a little bit critical of them last week in the fact that they weren't just enjoying the game. But I'll tell you what, Macca, they enjoyed that first half.
Yeah, they were excellent. They, as South Bunbury tried to raise the tempo, they just went with it. And as the game has worn on, they have become... their confidence has gone through the roof. Their confidence in themselves and in each other. Their ability to run, to link up, to take contested marks, to lay tackles. and have shots on goal. It helps when you got big Hayden Busher kicking a couple down there, and they have been very impressive, the Bulldogs.
Just around the grounds, thanks to Geograph Civil. They own it, they choose safety. They give a damn and they deliver. Geograph Civil, they do. And I tell you what, there'll be a few at Donnybrook a bit worried because the Collier Eagles, 3 goals, 6-24, lead Donnybrook 3-4. 22.
Oh,
so
if they don't win today, the Dons, that'll be curtains, you'd say.
It'll be time to put the boots away. So that's an interesting one. Now, this is the Hollow Beach Bar halftime chat, and we've got who's hot at the halftime. Thanks to Giovanetti Firewood, Bunbury. Fend off the cold with Giovanetti Firewood, Bunbury. Giovanetti's. Who's hot, Macca? Well, Bush is hot. Bunbury's red hot. The whole team, they are absolutely smoking.
Tucker has had a fantastic first half, just gathering the ball at will off half pack. I've really loved the game of Taylor at half forward. Hardest position on the ground to play.
He has absolutely murdered it, hasn't he?
And it's done it all one-on-one. He hasn't just been in space. He's had someone on his hammer the whole time. He's clean in the air, and he's good on the ground, and he's a brilliant user.
The ball use of the Bunbury Footy Club has to be seen to be used. That's what's picking South Bunbury to bits, because they're not turning it over. They are just swinging it from one side to the other. They're going to open up either side of this ground. It'll be interesting to see, Mac. The challenge has well and truly been set at the Tigers. They've been the pace setters for all of last year and a fair bit of this year, and they come in as a form side, but now they're under a bit of pressure. We're going to be back after the break to see if the Tigers can work their way back into this game, Mac. And welcome back to Hands Over for the Hollow Beach Bar halftime chat. And it is Bunbury 6-8-44, lead South Bunbury 1 goal 6-12. Yes, 1 goal 6.5 for the Tigers, which is a bit unheard of. The Bunbury are back out on the field. They're keen. And the Tigers are just heading back out onto the ground as we speak. Goal kickers for Bunbury so far: 2 to Hayden Busher, 1 to Tanner McKenna Taylor, 1 to Heisman, and 1 to Mitchell. And South Bunbury, 1 to Ethan Nordell, and that was it. Macca, your favourite moment? The Buckingham, the Butchers inside the Bunbury Plaza. The big moment in the game. Well, I think it's that whole first half by the Bunbury Football Club. That was outstanding.
Yeah, it is. And we did have a little bit of a chat off air. We said big moment came when South Bunbury really needed to fight back, and then they got the first inside 50 in that second quarter, but then Bunbury hit back with 2 goals from Busher, and that sort of stemmed the tide. But I really think the Buckingham, the Butchers' big moment can go to Taylor, because the way he set this up across half forward, because he's, so often sides break down at half forward, but he's helped them provide that clear way through all the time.
And the injury report, thanks to SKG Radiology, get the right result every time. We think that Tommy Gorder might be struggling a little bit with that calf, and but look, I tell you what, this game's been played at a very good pace. The Gen X engineering teamwork, Macca, well, that is superb from the Bunbury Football Club. They're prepared to swing the ball over to each side of the other. They're prepared to run the opener. All that stuff that we were a little bit critical from last week, they have turned that round. This is a real credit to Troy Holland. So the challenge has been really put in front of the South Bunbury Football Club, and we'll see how they respond to it. They're not sitting up in the top 2 for nothing, so they have got that bit of talent to come back in this game. But gee, it's a fair way back for the Tigers. Yeah,
it is. They're good enough to do it, mind you. You have a look across the park. There's some pretty handy talent there, and you start if Jace Cormack can come in and hit his straps, and Siska can just lift his game a little.
Interesting you say that, because Cormack's gone into the midfield.
Okay.
They've got a very experienced midfield in there at the moment. They've got Crane, Chitty and Cormack.
So his father-in-law has said, mate, come on, time to get us up off the canvas.
So these wing duels are very interesting as we're ready to start the second half in the Derby. And this is SEN Spirit and Darren McDonald.
Up they go for Hyundai, and it's one down by Hawkins, taken by Cormack. Handball to Crane, the old combination. Out of the pack, and Clark takes a mark on his chest. They need a bit more out of this player, Alan. He goes to the hot spot. They all set themselves, they fly. Ball comes off hands. Good handball out by right. Bodie Nordell off the left boot. and it's one behind. Good start, though.
That was better out of the stoppage where it wasn't a couple of veterans got
That was the
involved.
old firm. As the Bulldogs bring the ball.
But look how easy Bunbury have brought it out of this defensive unit.
Perks just bouncing it out of D50. Now a little stab pass. Finds Barraclough. He's been handy. Barraclough, another little chip up, looking for Hawks. I've liked this player more as the game's gone on, Alan.
He is. He presents well, doesn't he? And
Yeah.
good, strong hands.
And he's got it to Denon King. Very good player in his own right. King trying to bite off the 45 and does to Hawks. They need to try and move it forward. Kerwin's come right across to the grandstand side. Good strong mark with pressure from Gallagher coming right on the wing. Plays on immediately. Good smothered by Gallagher. Umpire says 50 because he didn't wait for the umpire to say play on. Well, he'd been off his mark for half an hour, Craney.
Yeah.
So penalised, and Bunbury, Kerwin will have a shot on goal from about 50, almost dead in front.
Gee, I tell you what, this would throw the cat amongst the pigeons, wouldn't it? An early goal to the Bulldogs. But even the way the Bulldogs come out of defence there, the Bunbury Footy Club, was absolutely superb.
Taylor had 5 metres on his man there. Kerwin thought about it, then he said, no, I'll have a crack. Here he comes. Gets to 50 and let's go with a big long drop punt. It's not going to make the distance off hands, one behind.
There was only one tipster in our tipping competition that tipped Bunbury today.
Yes.
Simone.
Simone, she's right with us here in the box. She wouldn't be biased, would she?
Well, not at all.
So, Galloway runs the ball out of the fence and goes bang on his big left. Ball clears the pack. Here's Kerwin waiting at the back like Rod Marsh and takes it very well. Brings the ball
Superbly
back in,
set up.
and Busher has the ball at top of 50.
That's normally South Bunbury's key. They can kick it long, they get players behind, and then they'll turn the ball over. Bunbury have woken up to that,
Yeah.
and they are turning the ball back over very, very quickly. They just keep players behind that pack.
And Bunbury have already started just taking their time when they get the football now, just soaking up seconds, because it's a long way back for South. Busher runs to 52. Let's go with a big drop punt. It's not going to make the distance again. The ball's definitely holding up in the breeze, Craney. So they bring the ball back into play, the Tigers. They waste no time. Jai Clark, mark on the chest, back pocket.
Well, I don't mind
finds
this because
Siska.
the first bit wasn't working, and every now
Yeah.
and then you've got to have a bit of a second plan.
Yeah.
But here's the Bulldogs. They've pushed across the ground again, so you've got to kick to a contest.
Siska went long to the wing. Barraclough gathers the crumb. Crane there. Sees the ball over the line, so they'll throw it in for cashforcans.com on the outer side.
And look at the setup behind the play by Bunbury.
Yeah.
They've set it up perfectly.
It's almost like they're doing a South Bunbury to
They
South
are.
Bunbury.
They've turned the tables.
Yeah. Because that has been their staple for a long, long time, the Tigers, how they set up in the back line. I don't think Gorder's out there, Craney.
No, just having a look. I
Yeah.
think our SKG radiology report was correct.
Yeah. So Woods wins it down. Field gathers the footy, chips down the line, and Kerwin, Busher, takes the mark. He's had a good game, Hayden Busher. Just chips the ball inside 50, and Galloway in
That was
the
a
road,
good mark
takes
by
the mark.
Galloway.
Yeah.
He didn't know what was behind him
Yeah.
then. But have a look. There's no outs for
No.
South Bunbury.
Bodie Nordell at the top of D50. Takes the mark from Galloway. Now he goes to Jai Clark on the point of the square. Just inch by inch, they're moving it forward. There's no ability for them to be clean and run and stun. Coming out, marking it on his chest is Jay Wright. I keep getting them mixed up. He gets to Crane in the middle. Here we go. Gets an overlap handball to Versace. Versace goes inside. Johnson comes out. Thought he might have been paid the mark. Hawks gathers the crumb. Comes out to the grandstand side and taking the mark on his chest is Scott. Scott looking for options. Right here in centre wing. On his left boot. Crane at right half forward. Looking for options. Coming out in the pockets. Cormac calling for it. Crane elects to go long to the hot spot. It's 1-on-3. Big
Whoa.
fist.
There's
coming
a
across
golden
from
fist.
Wood. And that was massive, Crane. It's like a tennis
You
serve.
wouldn't want your hand or finger sitting up there, would you? He went bang.
You knew what at least he didn't let us know what he was. Sorry,
He let us know his intentions.
we knew what he was thinking. Anyway, ball's come back in for cashforcans.com. It's come back to Kerwin. He's tackled by Clark.
You're starting to wonder where South Bunbury's next goal is actually going to come from.
They need one out of this stoppage, Craney. That was a good tackle by Clark for Bunbury Mower Service. Up they go again. This one's one down by Woods. Cormax takes it, gets out of traffic, pops it up, behind. Jeez, they can't buy a goal, Alan.
No, they can't, and that's purely due to the Bunbury pressure and their tackling ability.
And on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard, it is South Bunbury 1-8-14 to Bunbury 6-10-46. 6 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock. Kerwin brings the ball back into play. Comes to the grandstand side. It's a mongrel floater. Might work out all right. Parsons roves it. Brings the ball. It's actually his Jet Woods. His mum's behind me. I better get that right. He got it to LaMonica, who then got it into Hawks in the middle of the ground. Tucker running. Gives it off to Field. Field goes long.
Here's Parsons.
Parsons. Big arms come up. And he's marked it. Plays on. Into an open goal.
Wow, Gen X engineering. Teamwork.
That was set up by Jet Woods.
Yeah, it was. I think you saved yourself then, Macca.
Yeah.
But wow, the Bulldogs.
Tell him to dye his hair, Mum. They all look the same with the headbands.
Bunbury on absolute fire here. They are cutting the Tigers to ribbons at the moment through that midfield play, and Parsons on the end of it did very, very well.
Jeez, he was almost a Harlem Globetrotter-like, wasn't
Yeah, it was superb.
So, on the WA Carpet Supermarket, Craney, South Bunbury 1-8-14, and Bunbury Bulldogs, who let the dogs out, we said it earlier on, 7-10-52. And
I think they starved them all week, actually, in Macca, because they are absolutely hungry for the contest.
Yeah.
They might have accepted a little bit of criticism we had their way, but by gee.
7 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock, and it's looking all Bulldogs from here, Alan.
Oh, it is. It absolutely that, and that top spot's fading away quickly for the Tigers.
Hawkins wins it down. Cormac's going to be first to arrive. He's tackled brilliantly by Trey Fields for Bunbury Mower
The tackling
Service.
has been very disciplined from Bunbury, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
they're applying an immense amount of pressure around the ball. Can't fault them at this stage. One down by Wood. Smack forward by Siska. Ethan Nordell can't pick it up. Max Bilsich does and dribbles it out to the wing. Chitty makes space for Galloway as he goes off the deck with his left boot. There's a race on for the football. Nordell working hard, but he's got Oliver with him for company, and he just wraps it up. Umpire's going to ball it up. 55 out from the South Bunbury goal. There's a real lull in the crowd now.
I think it was a bit of surprise, actually, but gee, it's good to watch.
One down by Wood against Nordell. Crane smothered the football over the line. And gentlemanly like, he gives the ball to the boundary umpire. So with 60 around from South Bunbury's goal, be a throw-in for cashforcans.com. Chitty sets himself in the ruck. He's been doing this a little bit lately for the throw-ins. Kev Chitty. Wood wins it down. Ethan Nordell takes it, tackled by Barraclough. Ball goes back into the congestion. Crane shovels it out to Galloway. Then Crane goes again, gets it to Ethan Nordell, left foot, scrambles it inside. Dirty football. Out comes Waldrett. Good handball to Chitty. He can pick it up. He can get a decent kick away. Sees Clark out the corner of his eye, and he takes a diving chest mark at the top of 50.
South Bunbury need a goal just to get some momentum going, or stop the rot a little bit.
This might be out of Jai Clark's range.
I reckon
55 he'll be kicking from. He's got to aim for that left goal post, Craney.
It'll take a magnificent kick of the footy from here.
Someone need to lead because you can hit him on the chest, but he's going for home. Jai Clark, 57 metres. It's a mongrel punt, and it's gone to the right, and it's behind. Every player has pushed it to the right today, Craney.
Need an arrow down there, Macca. You need to get your flags out.
So Kerwin brings the ball back into play.
Look,
Hawks.
they're bringing it in with ease.
Another stat to Hawks. He goes out to the pocket, finds, I think it's Oliver. No, it's Max Bilsich. He goes back to Hawks. Another stat for him. Hawks deep in the back pocket, brings it out. Kerwin's come out of full back, and that's gone out on the full. So
That
a little
just-
bit of a reprieve for the Tigers. Clark to take it.
That just drifted and drifted, didn't it?
That breeze is actually having a lot more of effect than you think. So Clark plays on. Goes high. Ball sits up on the breeze. They fly. No one can mark. Cormac sharks it. Evades 2 tackles. Then gets rid of the footy. And the umpire says incorrect disposal. Taken by Perks. Perks immediately across goal. Finds Field. Field gets a handball to Tucker. Tucker tries to wait for Field to come, but then handballs to King. King gives it back to Tucker. South Bunbury tackling. They've wrapped him up there. Ball comes back to King. King goes in and finds LaMonica, still inside D50. They're just playing with it. Kerwin out on his Pat Malone, takes the mark, runs to the top of 50, and not the best kick. Bain. Sawyer, is it?
Gallagher.
Gallagher should have marked it. He gets it back to Cormac. He's taken over the line, and that's holding the ball for Bunbury Mower service by Zanic. Zanic drives it to Busher. Can't quite mark it. Versace's there. Sawyer's there. Busher comes in for the tackle for Bunbury Mower service. Bunbury Mower service getting their money's worth today, Alan.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there. And SKG, get your scans at SKG. What a cracker.
Up they go, one down, Crane, sharks it, goes off the left foot into the corridor. He's got Clark. He's starting to find a bit of the footy now. He goes long, he's got Bodie Nordal over the back. Tucker gets back in time to stand the mark. Nordal couldn't play on. They haven't got many options. He's gone short to Hawkins, who's just trotted out. But still, another long-range shot available. They cannot get it close to goal.
Geez, they've got
Hawkins puts it out in front, and a good mark taken there by Waldrett.
Bunbury have done an outstanding job on Blaine Johnson this afternoon.
They certainly have. And if they ever needed Cade Waldrett to kick a goal, it's right now. He needs to get them going. He's a left footer, so he should naturally aim it out to that left goal post. Very skilled player, and he'll be shooting from about 45. In he comes, Cade Waldrett. Let's go from 49. Not a bad looking effort. I think he's got it home, he has. And the Bulldogs have got their second goal since the first quarter.
That is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
13 minutes on the Preston Power Equipment clock into the third quarter. And hang on, it might not be. There's a bit of a discussion going on up there. Yes, it is.
It was home.
It was a dramatic discussion down
Every
there.
day of the week.
3 umpires. Well, will that spring the Tigers into a bit of action, the South Bunbury Footy Club?
Well, on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard, South Bunbury 2-9-21 to the Bulldogs 7-10-52. They're 31 points behind. They're still within reach if they're good enough. 13 and a half gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
Tell you what, if they're good enough, that's a big call, isn't it? Because they've been outgunned this afternoon so far, so it'd be a long way back. But as you said, you never write off the Tigers.
And they really had to work hard for that goal.
Yeah, it's not coming in with any fluency whatsoever.
A 50-metre drop punt. It was a great kick by Waldrett, but they're not getting any from 25, 35 like the Bulldogs have been getting. And up they go for Hyundai. One down by Wood. Taken by Busher, hard man to tackle, gets handball away. Cormac gets the spoils, puts it out in front of Waldrett, who takes a mark on his chest. He's a chance to get him going, Alan.
Well, that was their first real good takeaway they've got from that centre break. They've had a couple throughout the afternoon, but that was the one that finished it in a forward's hands.
So Waldrett will shoot from about 35, 45-degree angle.
Maybe
Not the favoured side for his left.
Maybe Johnson needs to come out to half forward, Mac.
I would reckon that would be a good move. Get him into it, or even in the ruck. In he comes, off his left boot. Umpire does a bit of work. He's not good enough to get the back-to-back, Cade Waldrett. And I'm a bit critical of him for that sometimes. He can do something brilliant, but he does lack consistency in his game. Ball comes back into play by King. Versace flies over the back. No one connects. Jetwood's there, applies the pressure. Ball goes out of play.
That was probably better by the Tigers too, because Bunbury have just run it out of that defensive unit way too easy all afternoon.
They forced him to go long.
And made it into a contest.
So the ball to come back into play for cashforcans.com. It's Wood. Wood wins it down in front of right. Ball's taken there by Crawford, and he got it to Siska. Ball goes to the hot spot. They fly. That was Waldrett. Couldn't mark it. Tucker brings it out of the pack for the Bulldogs. Oh, there's a bit going on behind play.
Yeah, that was pure frustration from Johnson, I think.
Oh, and he's still letting him know. Free kick going to Oliver. No, it's actually to Zanic who's won the free kick.
No.
Yeah, Zanic.
Oh, Zanic is
won the free kick. So just a little bit of ill treatment from Johnson, which is a compliment to Zanic. Ball goes over clears the pack. Siska can't mark it. Scott comes to meet. He's got Busher for company. Mitchell waiting there. He's been pretty good today, Kane Mitchell. Was good early.
He's been outstanding, Mac. His coverage of the ground has been really good.
He's helped set this game up for the Bulldogs, that's for sure. As is this man, Taylor. There's going to be another throw-in for cashforcans.com. Throw up for Hyundai, rather. One down by right. Cormac goes bang on the left. Ask someone to take a mark, and they do, but it's Tucker.
That defensive unit been outstanding.
Tucker goes to the chip, finds King. Not long enough, the umpire says, not far enough, and Siska lays the tackle, and there's a free kick for that Bunbury mower service tackle to Siska. Can he get them going? Can he get the Tigers going? They're having a bit of a moment here. They've got a bit of momentum. He goes right into the corridor to the top of the square. They fly. No one can take the mark. Getting there off the deck. It's Bodie Nordell. Now the ball is there with Oliver. And the ball trickles across the line. There'll be a ball in for cashforcans.com.
You get the feeling this is South's time, isn't it?
Absolutely. They need back-to-back goals.
They need to put something on the board. If they can't do it now, well, they're going to be in for a long afternoon.
Yeah. Going into the breeze in the last quarter as well. So it's going to be Wright. It's going to be Jay Wright and Wood. Jay Wright wins it. Ball's thrown out by Crawford. Crane on the left boot. What's he done? The little master. He's back on home for South Bunbury. They got back-to-back goals for the first time today.
And boy, did they need that. As we said, they were pushing, weren't they? And they were trying to get it through. Well rode by the little fella. And he put that through. But that's what they needed. They'd worked hard. They'd lifted the intensity. But sometimes, Mackie, you can lift the intensity and not get the reward for effort. And it goes down the other end and it all becomes undone. So
there's a faint pulse in the left wrist, Craney, for the South Bunbury Tigers. 3:10:28. Bulldogs 7:10:52 on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard, and it's 18 and a half minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment
it's
clock.
going to be hard to pick the WA All Pest Services best defender.
It is.
Because there's been some absolute beauties in that Bunbury.
Tucker's probably mine at the moment.
He's absolutely been superb, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's probably mine at the moment. He's got plenty of ball across half back, and he's been attacking and damaging. He runs really hard. Big fist there by Wood, but Clark wins the clearance for the Tigers. Crane's there lurking again. Will he find the footy? It's picked up there by Nordell. He's stripped of it, Bodie Nordell. Holding the ball, Max Bilsich.
The tackling's been superb.
With another tackle for Bunbury Mower Service. He's looking for someone to give it to Bilsich.
We just about mowed the grass today.
Yeah.
That is a superb,
he drives it up to Hamish Hall, all on his own. Turns and goes immediately. Long, full forward looking for Parsons. It's come to right. Back to Versace. Big handball to Cormac. Can't quite pick it up. Parsons comes out, lays the tackle. Umpire's going to ball it up. 60 out from Bulldogs' goal.
New South were lucky there. They'd all pushed up, pushing for it, and Hall had pushed back into a bit of space.
If it had been a little bit more to Cormac's advantage, he was away. Up they go. One down by Wood. Chitty working hard. Picked up by Field. Goes long to the pocket. Out on the full. Horsman will bring it back in for cashforcan.com.
Those couple of goals have just added a bit to this game, haven't they?
Oh, well and truly. Yeah, the intensity's gone up. There's 4 goals in it now, Ellen. So get another one. She's on like Donkey Kong.
Not the best.
Field drops what he should have taken, then quickly brings it into the corridor. There's plenty of Bulldogs players there. Gallagher did exceptionally well. Crane, head over the footy as he always does. He's having a real crack today, the little fella. Ball then comes Oh, jeez. Umpires found a free going to Busher, who was dealt with brutally as he got rid of the football. I don't know whether he milked it a bit, but he's won the free kick.
And that's the main thing. So he's got a bit of a... just put a steadier in the Bunbury cause. He's been fantastic, hasn't he?
Oh, Hayden Busher. Back-to-back goals to get them right on their way.
Come off an outstanding game last week.
Well, he played a fair bit of waffle footy for the Tigers and the Demons, so he's no slouch. So he's almost dead in front, and he's going to shoot it from about 45, I reckon. Hayden Busher coming for his third goal. Gets inside the paint, shoots from 48. It's a pretty straight drop punt, and it's gone across the face for a behind.
But you weren't wrong. It was a straight drop punt.
It
never deviated.
Straight offline.
Wasn't online.
So they creep a point forward. So it's back to a 25-point ball 25-point ball game in favour of the Bulldogs. Getting tongue twisted today, Alan. Late in the season.
It's been that sort of game.
I'm late in the season. I'm getting tired. Galloway goes bang on the left foot, straight to the centre.
Oh,
big
bang.
fist by Wood. Not the first time today. Hawks raise it well onto the left foot, snaps it towards home, off hands. Heisman couldn't get a handle on it. Galloway did very well. Is it help? Yeah, it is Galloway. He's also pressing his claims for best
Western
defender.
All Pass Services defender. We're looking for a Garage Store Southwest Rising Star. There'll be a few of them running around there.
He comes out the grandstand side, but it's all Kane Mitchell. Chestmark turns around, delivers to Hawks inside 50. Good contest by Gallagher, but the umpire said interference. So Hawks really liked his game today.
Oh, how's this?
Mitchell all on his own.
Yeah, that was just a lack of awareness from the South Bunbury players. He just drifted down.
It's not
from
the first
pocket.
time today he's done it either, Alan.
No, that's exactly
He's
right.
pretty clever. He's thinking all the time, isn't he? That's
watching.
AFL for you. And he comes from 50, puts in a chest.
wow.
Parsons on the lead, says thank you very much.
Oh.
Can you kick it to me every time, please, Kane Mitchell?
That was absolutely superb. That's our Gen X engineering teamwork. That just was an absolute worm burner, Macca.
Oh, as it was coming in, you actually saw Blair Parsons licking his lips. He was saying, come to me.
But I think the message will go out at 3/4 South Bunbury. You just cannot afford to let someone of Mitchell's class just wander in to a forward pocket.
So Parsons, been a good target. Love him on the lead. He moves well. He's 45 degrees. He's kicking from about 35 metres, going for his second goal. It's a beautiful drop punt. Umpire does not move. And Bunbury Bulldogs get the steadier.
Absolutely, and as we said, there's only so much you can throw at them before the other side comes back at you, and that they did. And that's a sign of a good football side this afternoon in the Bunbury Bulldogs.
So South Bunbury 3:10:28, trailing Bunbury 8:12:60 on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. Nearly 23 and a half minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock, and they're going back to the middle for Hyundai.
Just what can Coach Julian Burgess do here? He's been throwing the magnets around a little bit. Johnson's come off. No, he's still at... So he has moved out to the half forward. It's not a bad idea to get him involved in the game. He's been very well held this afternoon.
Mm-hmm. I'd be even...
That's Perks, isn't it, on?
I've seen him go into the middle... Yeah. I've seen him go into the middle of the ground a number of times and have an impact. I'd be tempted to get him there as well. Up they go for Hyundai. One down by Woods. He's really got better as the game's gone on. Cormac overruns it, picked up by Chitty. He's gang tackled
It's
for
that
Bunbury
pressure
Mower
that
Service.
they've got.
They're not giving him an inch.
It's hard to create that pressure and keep that going for the full momentum.
They
of the
can
game.
smell blood.
They
Blood
can.
is in the water. Up they go. One down by Woods. McGinley can't pick it up. Hall comes through. That's Hamish Hall. Umpire's going to ball it up.
I tell you what it does do. It opens up the final series ahead of us, Mac.
Well and truly, Ellen, there'll be no easy tipping going forward. One down by Wood, flicking it over the back. He's really getting fancy now as McGinley gets it forward for the Tigers. And here's that man Taylor again. Right on the arcs. He's been operating there all day across the top of the arc, and he's been a real reason why they are in front.
They have had a very
He's
good
going
week.
for home, which means he's going to look for a short pass.
Yeah.
And he does, into the pocket. It's come off the side of the boot, so it's not as good as a kick as it could have been. It's out of bounds in the forward pocket, left forward pocket for the Bulldogs. Geez, he's good in the air though, isn't he, Taylor?
Oh, he's had a fantastic return.
Keeps his eyes on the football. Ball comes in. Parsons and Horsman. One down by Parsons. Horsman smacks it to Scott. Scott gets a mongrel kick out of defence, and good work to Hawkins. Marks on his chest. Hard running Cormac. Has a bounce over the top to Waldron. He's got 4 coming at him. And he wins a footy. That's tough work, but he's tackled by Woods. And they've brought to ground. The umpire's going to ball it up.
Look at the
big
numbers.
ruckman gets a big pat
The
on
numbers
the
from Bunbury around the ball.
Now there's a high tackle, and Waldron's won it back, saying that Woods took it a little too far. So they need to get another one before the bell, South Bunbury, to give themselves any chance. Busher stands the mark, and there's Crane, drifted into a bit of space, took the mark, still way too far to score. Chitty has it, doesn't know where to go. Cormac's out there in a bit of space, chips over top to Siska. They're still 60 metres out from goal, and they're in a worse angle. Bunbury have set up brilliantly. Goes to the top of the square. They all set themselves. No one can mark it. Kerwin's coming through. Tigers lock it up. Umpires let it go. Holding the ball. Free kick going to the Tigers. So laying on top of it was Tucker. No, Kerwin, and he's been penalised. Kerwin couldn't get up if he tried. There was 20 people on top of him. Anyway, Jai Clark, a chance to keep the Tigers in touch. He needs to do it, both for himself and the side. 45-degree angle right side for a left footer, and he's going to kick it from about 35. Jai Clark, we're right behind him here, Alan, in the commentary box. Lets it go. It is as straight as can be, and the Tigers are hanging in there here at Hands Oval. South Bunbury 4-10-34 to Bunbury 8-12-60 on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. 27 gone here on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
And Jai Clark and the old stages have lifted Crane Cormac, haven't they, in this quarter to try and bring something out of that. Just a quick around the grounds, Macca, thanks to Geograph Civil. Harvey Bulls 3-1-19, Trail Eaton 5-4-34, and Donnybrook 4-6-30, Trail the Eagles 5-8-38. So a bit of a concern out at the Donnybrook side.
Sometimes you just need a little bit of luck to go your way. Keep you hanging in the game.
That's great for the crowd.
Jai Clark, that will be good for his confidence.
Yeah.
Because he's never guaranteed to kick those, and that was a beautiful kick. And suddenly that can give everyone a lift. We could be in for a really big last quarter if they can hang in there. Good knock by Woods. He's been brilliant today. Oh, Busher's hammered into the turf. A sling at the last minute wins a free kick. He's been terrific, Busher. Plays on immediately. No, umpire says you've got to come back, Cobber.
He was keen though, wasn't he?
Still, Kevin Chitty's still trying to argue the point, saying that
probably won't
Busher
work.
actually pulled me down with him. And, Kev, I'm sorry, mate. It was probably a little bit too ambitious. Oh, well done to Chitty, who smothers Busher's kick. They come in off the wing. Coming forwards, Johnson, who's a centre half forward. Craney, good call by you. Goes long from 55. Will it be another one for the Tigers? Game on here at Hands. 5-10-46. Bunbury 8-12-60. 29 gone here. And with a little bit going on in the middle of the ground.
There is a fair bit going on in the middle of the ground. I'll tell you what is going on in the middle of the ground.
Could be another kick in from the square if they're not careful.
That was an outstanding smother. And it's all about timing, isn't it, with those smothers by Kev Chitty. They give away the kick, and you can sometimes go a bit early. He didn't. He held back, and Blaine Johnson, we haven't seen him all day, Macca, and all of a sudden he pops up.
And drives one home from 55 on the run, Craney. Thanks for coming.
There you go.
That is a contender for the for the WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day.
I'm glad you brought that up, Macca.
We need someone to take a mark
for
CPR.
Mark of the day.
We've hardly called CPR today after my voice broke on a few weeks ago out at HBL.
They got plenty of stuff out of that anyway. Whacked Edward.
And there's a free kick, and it's going south. Suddenly momentum swinging a little bit in this game. So Chitty, the skipper, goes out after Jai Clark. He was the fire starter. Plays on immediately. Goes to the hot spot. They start to converge. Crane's at the front of the pack. He does it well. Handballs back to Siska. Siska sees something he like. Ethan Nordell, the Viking. Oh, dead in front.
It is game on if he kicks. Slot this one, mate.
It's time on, and they've kicked 3 or 4 in time on.
Gee, I tell you what, Ethan Nordell's kicked a few goals over his time, but none so more important than this one, I would think.
So he's going to have a shot from about 40. Dead in front. It's got to be left goal post if he's going to kick it. In he comes. From 40 metres, he lays back on it. He's got it. The Tigers have found something late this third quarter. 6-10-46 to Bunbury. 8-12-60. 14 points the difference on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. 31 minutes gone, Ellen. Is there time for another score?
Well, that is on the Preston Power Equipment clock, Macca.
Yes.
I reckon it must be timing down a little bit. But
Timey kangaroo down, sport.
it is game on, isn't it? And this is Derby Central, isn't it?
Oh, Derby Central.
The Tigers have fought their way back into the contest, and not much in it.
I thought we were in for a flop, Craney, but they've given it to us. We've got
this
the
has
close
just got
one.
everything. There's players that are standing up out on the middle, so look, it's just a great contest.
Up they go for Hyundai. That's Parsons in the ruck. Crane runs it down the middle. Umpire pays the advantage. Big pack flies. They're fighting for it on the deck. Trying to milk a free kick. Umpire will not be drawn into that, and they'll ball it up 45 out from South Bunbury's goal, and that might be all she wrote for this quarter. Jai Clark once again had a pretty good quarter, Jai Clark. Oh, and there's the bell, Ellen, to end an absolutely scintillating third quarter.
That is it. A three-quarter time at Hands Oval. Bunbury 8-12-60. They lead South Bunbury 6-10-46 in what was a classic game of footy so far. We're going to have a break, so Macca can have a break. We'll be back for the final quarter action. And welcome back to SEN Spirit's coverage of the Southwest Football League. It is Derby Day in the Southwest, and by dear, we have been watching an absolute ripper. Bunbury 8-12-60. They lead the Tigers 6-10-46. The Tigers look to be done and dusted, but all of a sudden they found something in the latter stages of that quarter.
Latter stages, Craney. We're talking the last 6 minutes. They got 4 goals.
That's exactly right. Can they continue on? They'll be kicking against a little bit of a breeze, I would think, but they're going to stick with their old stages back in the
I reckon
middle.
that breeze has dropped off a little bit, Ellen.
I reckon you're right. I don't think it's going to have a major factor on there. Crane, Cormac, Chitty are in the middle, the veterans.
Yeah, they've got the old firm in there now with Hawkins. And then you've got Wood, who's been enormous all day. Barraclough's been pretty good.
And they've dropped Jay Wright deep along with Waldrott. So Waldrott will put a push up. Blaine Johnson's come out the half forward. Yeah. The third quarter, final quarter action for SEN Spirit and Darren McDonald.
They go for Hyundai, and the knocks one down by Hawkins. Busher, though, gets the clearance. Coming out, running out is Tucker. Big long kick to centre half forward. They fly Versace. Front position. Scott's going to get the crummy, overruns it. Here's the dangerous Taylor. Can't pick it up. Versace sticks to the task. Barraclough. I think Versace got taken high as he went for the footy. Plays on immediately. Oh, Hamish Hall waiting for it. Oh, it might work out. Busher gathers back to Hall, back to Busher. Left foot. Inside. Doesn't quite judge it well. Versace falls over at a crucial moment. Cormac fires it out to Galloway. They're out of trouble for a moment. The ball's still in dispute. Clark had a great third quarter. Bounce. Handball over the top to Siska. He takes off. Handball again. Away they go. It's with Johnson. Johnson goes long inside 50. Ball coming out there in front of Waldrett. Sets him a task. Picks it up. Favoured left foot. Can't curl it around enough, and it's only a behind. But this is a fast start in the last quarter when everyone will be tired, Ellen.
I was just looking at a couple of players there, a little bit stiff bending over. Can't afford to do that. There's still a lot of footy left in the game.
Tucker receives a pass from King, and he's marked it in the left back pocket. Comes back across the goal and finds Oliver. Oliver's marked it, nearly in the true fullback position. Big lead coming from Hall. He ignores that and goes long down the line. Bush can't mark. Bilsich is out the back. He's got Gallagher with him. Bilsich is good enough to gather. Ball goes down the line. I think it's out of the full.
Cheers, Macca.
Yep. I've got a big concrete block in front of me here. I couldn't quite see it. So it's Jack Wright with the football. Wright on centre wing. on the grandstand side. Just wobbles one to the top of the 50. Big smack over the back by Ethan Nordell to Bodie Nordell. He manages to scramble one forward. Waldrop can't quite pick it up. Now he does. Oh, with the kick. He's picked out a player in the pocket. It's Jack Wright.
Jay Wright.
Jay Wright. Oh, and he's been taken down. He's going to get a free kick. Umpires bring it back. No advantage paid. It is all happening here.
I reckon Blaine Johnson just breathed a sigh of relief because he played on, kicked on the man of the mark.
Wright pays on,
that's-
not the best kick. Bunbury still in their defensive 50. Hall has it. Doesn't break a tackle. Now gives it to Tucker, who runs the ball out of defence. Oh, big fly from Taylor. Jeez, he's a clever player. Just jumped into him in the air to keep that space. I like this player.
He turned his body nicely too, didn't he, Macca?
He jumped into his opponent and then sprung off him. So good. It's just 4 to centre wing for the Tigers.
Gee, South made a bit of a meal of that one.
Right in front of us. The pressure's on from both sides. One down by Wood. Hawkins gathers it, Crane, his kick smothered. Hall, Hamish Hall picks it up. Handballs over the back. Clark gathers, gets around one. He's inspired Clark in this second half. Wobbles one inside 50. Where's Waldrop when you need him? There's a Nordell head over the footy. Coming back, slipped over at a crucial moment did Johnson. Tucker emerges with the footy, comes out wide. Trying to get it to LaMonica, who's interfered with arm chops. LaMonica will win the free
Very
kick.
cool and calm Tucker in the situation there.
Yeah, really good. Now LaMonica's kicked it up to Oliver. He goes long down the line. It's going to hit the wing right in front of us. Busher can't mark. Barraclough gathers the football. Very clean. Breaks
Beautiful
the tackle.
shepherd.
Takes off, runs his full measure, then goes for 50. Taylor's there again. Versace. He's got Jet Woods for company. Versace's so good here. Tackled by Taylor. The umpire's going to ball it up at the top
The
of
shepherd
50.
by Hayden Busher down here was superb. Let Barraclough through. They're the little 1%ers that were missing last week from the Bunbury side, and they're back.
They're giving it their all. So top of 50 for the Bulldogs. Woods gives away a free kick in the ruck knock, and it's going to go to Versace. Rocco Versace, been a mainstay in this side for a long, long time. Chips a pass out to Cormac. They want to get that run and stun going, the Tigers. He comes up to the wing. Ethan Nordell.
Oh, that's
there's
a contender.
for the CP Outdoor mark of the year, mark of the day.
Took us a while to get one.
Yeah. And he just goes into the corridor.
Gee.
That's ambitious. Clark comes over the back. Sawyer taken in the tackle by Tucker. That was good work by Sawyer. Tight situation. Ball up just 4 to centre for the Bulldogs. Who's that? It's Hawks.
Hawks.
Up they go. One down by Hawkins. Kicked out of the pack by Waldrop. Forward they go. Johnson coming to meet it. Got a couple to beat. Kerwin and Perks were there. Perks has done a great job. Siska, good gather. Hit it hard. Clean. Goes inside 50. Cormac. He's off to the races. Runs his full measure. Sends one home. Tigers draw first blood in the last. Game on, like Donkey Kong.
It is up and about, isn't it? Wow. It is full on pressure, full on footy. You just got to love it, mate. Everything you love in this game is right here. I heard someone say it's a beautiful game.
On the right, Nemeth scoreboard. South Bunbury 7-11-53. Bunbury 8-12-60. 7 points in it. 5.5 gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock. And we're going back to the middle for Hyundai.
No, Jace Cormac, as soon as he had that little bit of space there, his eyes lit up, didn't they? Would have been easy under that situation. I know he's run into an open goal, but the pressure of the game to spray it, there was never in doubt. He just went bang and put it through.
So, Jace Cormac, I know he's playing in the middle of the ground, but Kane Mitchell's done that a few times today. He said, anything you can do, I can do better. Ball's one down by Hawkins. Crane, this time he gets the clearance. Big kick inside 50. Cormac can't mark. Here comes Clark. Left foot. It sprayed it, and it's gone out on the full. Just a little bit overexcited there, Jai Clark. Could have had a little bit more time to get rid of it.
Yeah, I think he had more time than he thought. Mind you, he's lifted in this second half.
He's been a real reason why they've come back into the game. Kerwin, he's looking a bit tired and sore. Measures the ball into Denham King. They're looking for someone to give it to. No one. He has to turn back. He's got Oliver on the lead. They don't mark it. It's bounced to Cormac. Danger, danger, Will Robinson.
Danger, Will Robinson.
And it's gone out of play.
You're loving this, aren't you?
Oh,
Darren
I am. I
McDonald?
love a good game of footy and a derby. It's going to be thrown in on the junction.
Tell me it's not going to be one of those stole it moments,
Oh,
is it?
please, don't preempt. I need some new words. So on the junction of 50 and the boundary line, it comes in. Tigers end. Hawkins, he has his kick smothered. Wood gets it to King.
Oh,
He's
that's a
tackled.
good tackle.
Great tackle by Bodie Nordal for Bunbury Mower Service. He's asking for the free. I don't think he really had enough time to get rid of it. Denham King. Woods wins it, but straight into Hawkins. Cormac for 2 in a row. Comes off the outside of the right boot. They do well to Perks. He's feltoned it into Cormac. They come out well, that's right. Gets it to Clark. Snaps on the right boot. That's 1 point in it. Brady here at Ants Oval. South Bunbury, 8-11-59. Bunbury, 8-12-60. 7.5 gone on the Preston Power Equipment scoreboard.
And you can put that down for a contender for the WA Carver Supermarket. The goal of the day.
Preston Power Equipment clock and the right Nimitz scoreboard. Apologies.
It's all right, Macra. It's all happening at the moment.
Jai Clark's having the best game I've ever seen him play.
In the second half, Reece Crawford back on the Harvey Norman interchange bench. And what's going on here?
Yes.
There's a lot of people pointing.
I thought they might have been going back to the top of the square for another shot.
There's a lot of people going on. Umpires sending everyone back.
Oh, they're coming.
For a 6-6-6.
Yeah. What's going on there?
Not quite sure what happened there.
Why did they all come up?
There was a bit of excitement happening.
Anyway, it's back into the middle for Hyundai. Still plenty.
No, it's a kick in the middle, I reckon. No?
Still plenty left in the air.
It is a kick in the middle.
Still plenty left in this game. No, they're just getting them organised.
I'm not sure. Yeah. No, it's a kick.
It's going to Hawkins.
It's a kick to South Bunbury after all that.
So they all
I
had
think
to,
when you get a free kick.
what was that all about?
When you get a free kick, you've all got to go back into the
Hawkins just goes long. It's inside 50. Mark to Waldron. Oh, and he's been taken down after. Will he get March? Oh, there's Tippers a flared Crady. There's a little bit of how you're going. It's a hullabaloo.
It's a hullabaloo. The boys want to settle down here because there's still a game of footy to be won. And the end result is Cade Waldrop will have a shot for goal for the Tigers. Umpire's just getting everybody under control because there's a bit going on.
Yeah. Well,
Hard to believe.
I'd say it was the undisciplined act that awarded the free kick in the middle, so they haven't learnt.
Yeah, in the middle, I mean, you've got to have your 6-6-6 once given away. So
Cade Waldrop.
he did that pretty well, Cade Waldrop. He got himself in a good position.
So he'll be shooting from just inside 50. Not much angle to speak of. Goes off his big left foot from 49.
Oh.
Hasn't made great connection. Oh! Right went for the fly. Should have been a free kick, really. They still battle on. Good umpiring. Lets the play go. Wright didn't make any contact at all.
But it was a good leap, I suppose.
Was it a realistic attempt?
Not really.
No.
Mind you, if he had taken it, he would have got the the CPR Outdoors mark of the day.
So up it goes for Hyundai on the right foot, packet for the Tigers. Wood wins it down and it gets seen over the line by King. It's still 1 point, the difference on the right Nemeth scoreboard in favour of the Bulldogs. 10 minutes gone on Preston Power Equipment scoreboard. If you're listening to this, hang on to your hats. We're going to the wire. Ball comes in for cashforcans.com. Woods wins it again. Clark takes it. He's wrapped up immediately by Busher.
He's had a big day at the office as Tyson Wood.
My word, he has. And he's still going strong. Up they go again. One down by Wood. Taken there by Bilsich. Just hacks it away to the outer side. Is it an insufficient effort?
No, I don't think so.
No, they're just going to ball it in.
Gee, I tell you what, there's some short players, but if this is what we said it before when South played Busselton, this is what we look forward to in finals footy, Macca. We're in for an absolute treat in the Southwest.
Throwing it in for cashforcans.com at right half forward for the Tigers. Hasn't been in the Bunbury forward line yet. He wins this. Does Wood sock it off the ground by Ethan Nordell, and they're going to ball it up 55 for the Tigers. A few tired players now. Preston Power Equipment clock says 11 minutes.
Test the fitness both mentally and physically, Mac.
Hawkins taken to the ground by LaMonica. They're going to do it again. Just seconds ticking away. Up they go. One down by Hawkins. Picked up by Chitty. He's brought to ground for Bunbury Mowers.
How's the pressure in there,
Oh,
Mr. Mac?
no room to move. You need a slick handball come out. and catch them unaware.
Thanks to MGIB for your support this afternoon, like a good neighbour, MGIB.
Up they go. One down by Wood again. Trying to roll through was LaMonica. No joy, they're going to ball it up.
Gee, a 1 point ball game.
Phew, you wouldn't have thought that at half-time, Craney.
No.
Oh, Nordell getting up a bit gingerly. One down by Hawkins this time. Taken by Beatty Nordell. Ethan Nordell runs to 40. Fires on goal. He's got it! The Tigers have hit the lead for the first time today. 9-11-65. Bunbury 8-12-60. That's on the right Nemeth scoreboard, and on the Preston Power Equipment clock, she's 12 and a half. Go on, Ellen.
Ethan Nordell's third goal for the afternoon. That ball just wasn't going anywhere. Cleared the area. I like that about the young fella. He just steadied, didn't he? Would have been easy just to go bang and have a shot for goal. He didn't. He composed himself. He had a look for the word that got around, and South, would you believe, hit the front, as you said, in the 12-minute mark of the final quarter. It is huge. Well, Bunbury, they've been very good all day. The challenger's right there with them.
Yep.
Don't worry about that. They're still good enough.
They've been asked to respond. Let's see if they can.
I love the...
There's still a fair bit to play out here, Craney.
I love the inclusion of getting the veterans into that midfield.
No, it's really made the difference, hasn't it? Oh. Hawkins. Up he goes with Wood. Wins it down. Crane takes it out of there. He's wrapped up by Field. They're getting their hands on it, the South Bunbury mids. Up they go again. One down by Wood this time. Cormac overruns it. Barraclough handballs it forward. Crane's there to gather the crumb. Clean as a whistle. Gets it to Galloway. By hand, Galloway goes up the ground, and it's a good chop off mark by Tucker. He's been excellent today. Goes to centre half forward. Really good by Busher. Umpire pays the mark. Don't know, was pretty lucky. Is this going to be another twist in this tail yet? That's for sure.
100%, Mac. This is too good a game.
He can unload. Just hits a low flat punt at the top of the square. Galloway.
He's put his hand up for our
Tom Gorder was
Western Northwest Services Defender of the Day.
Galloway, Nordell's got three to beat, nearly pulls down a screamer. He picks it up off the deck. His brother Beatty was there to shepherd. Gives it back to Gallagher. Gallagher's got Cormac out on his own. Cormac gathers it off the bounce, then does a sidestep around field. Drives it inside 50. They, with Johnson, really good work by Kerwin. Bulldozing his way through with Sawyer, and he's wrapped up for Bunbury Mower Service by Barraclough, and they'll throw it up at 45 out of the Tigers' goal.
Some juju to around the grounds. Collie have won by a point.
Oh no, the Dons, goodbye. One by Hawkins. Bunbury get the kick forward, but Galloway is there again. Coming out's Heisman, been very quiet since quarter time.
That's for Geograph
Dylan
Civil
Heisman.
too.
Free kick going to the Bulldogs. Plays on to Woods, and he goes long. Umpire's going to bring it back. Is he going to bring it back? It's not Woods' kick. Woods tried to take the advantage. Umpire said no. So it's coming back to LaMonica. In the middle of the ground.
Just quickly around the ground, thanks to Geograph Civil, I can confirm that. Collie Eagles 6-10-46 have defeated Donnybrook 6-9-45. Wow, that is a huge result.
That's massive.
And down at Eaton, a 7-5-47, leave the Harvey Bulls 3-1-19.
LaMonica finds Heisman just forward of the wing. Now they've got a 50 metre. Must have been over the mark or a bit. It's a big 50. It's put him right within range. That's huge. That's from the centre circle to the 40 metre mark. 35 even. So you would think that LaMonica would put this one through. Looks like Gallagher on the mark. No, it's Sawyer.
I was getting that score, so I didn't see what the 50 was for, Mac.
No, I didn't. I think it might have been either over the mark. Must have only been over the mark. LaMonica lets go from 45. He's shifted it out right, and Tigers badly needed that. 4 points in it here on the right Nemeth scoreboard, and 16 and a quarter minutes gone. Well, 16, yep. 16
now the Bulldogs need to lock this in. It hasn't been up there a great deal in this quarter, so they won't want to let out. They've been very good at locking it in all afternoon.
Galloway. Will he stick to the plan? There's no one in the centre. No, they're bringing it out here to the grandstand wing. Players set themselves, goes over the back, King's there, reads it best, one way, then the other, and then again tackled. It's holding the ball.
That is a Bunbury Mower Service tackle of the day contender.
It could also be a Buckingham the Butcher's bucking big moment. Gets it into Kevin
you'd have to
Chitty.
get one in too.
Kevin Chitty. He goes back to Bodie Nordell. Taylor comes. Nearly coat hanging him. So, paid the mark.
Well, they don't need any Vivanetti firewood, Giovanetti firewood.
Oh,
out there, do
jeez.
they?
We're
They're
steaming
hot.
in here.
It's
Ball
hot out
goes
there. It's
over
over the top.
Top of Parsons. Hawks gathers it, gets it to the Bunbury Parsons. Off he goes to Denham King. Not the best handball. Picked up by Taylor. He shrugs
Gee,
it
he's
off.
good.
Gets it to Hall. Hall's closed up pretty quickly. Left foot snap forward. And there he is. Horsman taking a good mark.
McKenna Taylor pulled up a bit short then too.
Who?
McKenna Taylor.
Yeah, he did too. Goes out to Crawford. Crawford's got the ball. He's going to go back to Scott.
Yeah, they still need to get scores
They're
on the board.
going for the J play. You've got Gallagher in the middle if you want to use him. They come back out to Horsman. Not the best kick by Scott. And he went to the one-on-one. And yeah, McKenna he is labouring.
Cannot go back in your shell yet. There's still a lot of footy left in this quarter.
He's pointing to the bench. He's pointing to SKG Radiology, McKenna Taylor, and he's labouring to the interchange gates.
Yeah, he's coming off the Harvey Norman interchange bench.
He's the last one they need off. Big tap down by Hawkins, taps it forward, goes out of play, and they're going to throw it in just a little bit on the high half forward for the Bulldogs, right in front of the South Bunbury Socials. So they'll be getting animated now.
4-point ball game, Macca. Hard to believe.
Ball comes back into play for cashforcans.com. One down by Hawkins. Clark takes it. Handballs it off the pack. Here's Kane Mitchell. Fires a handball into field. Field snaps it forward. No one can take the mark. Gathered by Jai Clark. Goes long into the centre of the ground. Siska holds his ground, takes the mark and takes off. One bounce, two bounce, three bounces. He's off to the races. Has a look up forward. Johnson can't take the mark. Gets back off the ground. One behind. Jeez, it is exciting, Ellen. Breathtaking.
I felt for Durack Tucker there. He was after Siska on that outer wing, and Siska just off to the races.
Rightio. Kerwin brings the ball back into play for the Bulldogs. Right here on the centre wing, Sawyer flies, can't take the mark. Crawford gets back, gets it to Hawkins. Hawkins runs through Hall and takes it over the line like a rugby player. And they'll throw it back in at left
Gee, I
half
love
forward
this.
for
The
the
crowd,
Tigers.
the atmosphere's electric. Crowd's invested.
19 and a half gone here in this last quarter. Comes back in for cashforkents.com. One down by Hawkins. Hall's there. Crawford's there. They bustle. Hawks overruns it. Field picks it up. Crane brings him to ground. The two number twos go at it. Two ducks quacking. And they're going to ball it up at left half forward again. Up they go. Hawkins and Woods wins this one down.
Oh, nicely won.
Barraclough picks it up, runs away, looking for options. There's no one there. Asks Parsons. Versace leaves his man. Head over the footy, steamrolls through. Oh, she's on like McKinley. McKinley has just put his head over the footy and said, "You're not getting past me, Rocco." Let's throw it up here on the point of the square.
Jeffro Barraclough, explosive there through the pack. Did well to control it along the boundary line.
One down there by Jet Woods. Ball spills out the back. Mitchell off the deck. Trying to get after the footy's right. Good gather. Had a very fortunate bounce. Goes long and he's gone out on the full. Like he was kicking it to his coach in the coach's box there.
Yeah, look, don't think his coach would have really wanted him to kick it to him.
No. So Hamish Hall, who's a very good kicker of the footy, is going to bring it back into play for the Bulldogs. A little bit of a lull here. 21 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock. Not many goals kicked this quarter, and there's only 4 points in it. Up they flow. They fly from everywhere. No one can take the mark. Scott makes way for Gallagher. Gallagher wrapped up. Scott gets the ball. Gets a foot to it. Crawford sets himself. Big fist coming over the top there by right. Hall picks it up at the net. Handballs it over the line. Holding the ball. Oh, and there's a fair bit of it. It's bubbling over left, right and centre.
Yeah, you just want to let him up.
Kev Chitty's got the free kick for that excellent tackle for Bunbury Mower Service. The skipper.
Absolutely, Mac. And how's the Preston Power clock looking? 21 minutes gone.
Nearly
Oh.
22. Payne Mitchell into the pocket. Wobbly torpedo punt. Ball hits and pitches and rolls over the line.
That's where Bunbury want it, though.
Look at them all coming up to the stoppage. They're all coming from everywhere, Craney. Not one person behind the centre circle. It's like an under-12s match. They're going to try and absolutely squash any ball movement. Ball comes back into play for cashforcans.com. It's knocked down. No one can pick it up. It's like flight bees around a honeybot. Hawks goes in. Umpires now going to ball it up 25 metres out, dead in front of the Bunbury goal.
Gee, Bunbury are pushing, aren't they?
And they look how well they're set up behind the footy.
Set up very nicely.
Ball comes out. No one can grab it. There's a heap of pink jumpers in deep. If there's just a hack away,
It's going to come directly back at him, isn't it?
Up they go again. It's one taken out of the air by Woods. Horseman's in there, bobbles around. Chitty grabs it. He's tackled.
Wow.
Whew.
Pressure on the umpires
Gonna
here too.
Ball it up again. Up they go. This time Horseman back to Gallagher. He's tackled, brought to ground. We're in the square now. We're in the goal square for the Bulldogs. They're moving it forward like a gridiron game,
It's-
just inch by
it's
inch.
Inch by inch, metre by metre. Metres gained, I think, Macca.
They'll be hoping for a point, South Bunbury. Ball's one down by Horseman. Hawks is over it. Can't pick it up. A little toe poke forward by Scott, then Clark. It's a corner to Crane. Crane's tackled without the football. Umpire pays the advantage. No, comes back. Crane has it. He's got a player on the outside. It's Gallagher. He needs to get a wriggle on. He's got plenty of room. Picks it up now. Looking for someone to give it to. No one there. Out
Nice
on
kick.
Siska got out on the lead. So they're at high half forward on the right-hand side of the ground. The far side of the ground from here. Coming past was Crane, just jogging. Clark taking a chest mark. They're playing with time. 24 minutes gone. Only one goal kick for the quarter, Craney. It won't be a long quarter. Been a few stoppages, though. Clark goes high and long to the pocket. Players set themselves. No one can take the mark. Here's Sisker off the deck to Johnson. Tries to dribble it through. Goes the wrong way. Crawford. Hall. Out the fall off Hall's foot.
That was unlucky.
Yes, it is. And Crawford's going to have a
That
chance
was
to kick
terribly
the sealer.
I tell you what, Blaine Johnson probably wasn't his best effort, but that was unlucky.
He'll say that was a pass.
Yeah. Gee, young Reece Crawford.
Not a noted goal kicker, Craney. Normally
No.
a defender. Deep in the right pocket.
Let's
no daylight to speak of.
See how he can go with this one.
20 metres out, and it's the right side for a right footer. Here he goes. Goes around on his left foot, was it? Curled. Did he do it on the outside of his left
He
foot?
just kicked that.
He did.
Reece Crawford just kicked
Was that on the outside of his left foot?
outside on his left foot.
He ran around and kicked it on the outside of his left boot and put through a contender for the WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day. This game could not have been any more bizarre. I called a game yesterday where a team had a lead at 50 points at quarter time and got mowed down and lost it. And I've seen a similar game today.
Well, Reece Crawford take a bit of a bow, mate, because that was an absolute goatee. No doubt about that.
I'd like to see the replay of that, Craney.
I think we will actually directly, but
I don't know whether my eyes deceived me or what.
he was going to run back, and the coach has said, no, you go and stand forward after that effort, young man.
So on the right Nemeth scoreboard, South Bunbury 10-12 72, leading Bunbury 8-13 61, 11-point ball game, nearly 26 gone, only 2 goals kicked for the quarter. Can't be too much time left in this, Alan.
Well, I'll tell you what, Reece Crawford, that was outstanding.
South Bunbury, if they win this, will go to top of the ladder. One down by right. Here's Cormac. Picked up and tackled by Field. And it's going to the umpire, and they're going to do it all again in the middle for Hyundai.
Gee, what a game of football. We're just happy to be here, Macca.
One down by right again. Another tackle. This is South Bunbury be happy for this. Looks like it's a free kick for a rough tackle. Young Crane,
Tell you what.
best on ground today, goes out.
And that
finds
one,
Gallagher.
That one hurt him a little bit too, I think,
Yeah.
the little fella.
Gallagher plays on immediately, goes looking for Johnson. Can't quite find him. Kerwin does well, gets it out to Hall. Hall on to Tucker. Tucker goes a short pass, and he finds Woods. Jet Woods marks it on his chest, still behind centre. Another short pass, finds Hawks. They need it to go quick, the Bulldogs, if they're going to have any chance. There's Field. So good in the middle parts of this game. Trey Field goes out to Hall. Takes the mark at half forward. Goes into the pocket looking for Busher. They come from everywhere. Good work by Versace. Busher
he's
breaks
strong,
the
isn't he,
tackle, runs
Busher?
outside 50. Gives it to Hall. Short pass to Mitchell. The top plays on immediately. Sky ball. Who's going to mark this?
Oh, get under that.
Oh, Ethan Nordell on the chest.
And he did. That's a contender too for the CPR indoor mark of the day. Gee, his work rate is pretty good, isn't it, Ethan?
Oh, love him. It's the
Ethan
only way
Nordell.
I can say it. I've got a man crush. The Viking goes long out of defence. Here's Waldrett. There.
Oh,
is
that's
a
a-
big mark to Bodie Nordell.
Oh.
That's a contender for the CPR outdoor
Wasn't
mark of the
paid.
day, but the umpire didn't pay it. Oh,
Wow.
Bodie. Pressure case, son. That was a contender, Craney. Count that, please. Up they go. One down there by Parsons. Picked up off the deck by Cormac. He's been outstanding since he went into the middle. Kicked a goal that really started the fire. Got the energy. Chitty handballs out of nowhere. Busher snaps into the pack. No one can mark. Barraclough off the deck.
Oh,
Busher's
here's
going
a
to gather
go.
it just inside the line. If he can get it clean, it's still in play. They battle on. Denham King picks it up, but he is absolutely confronted by Jay Wright and brought down for Bunbury Mower Service.
Well, there's going to be a bit to talk about after this game. I can
Lucky
tell
we
you,
got a bit of
Marco.
time, Grady. Up they go. And there's a free kick right in front of the South Bunbury social rooms. They love it. It's going to
Jay Wright. I
Jay
think.
Wright. So I think 29 minutes gone, Ellen. We must be close. Big long kick by Wright up to the wing. They fly, no one can mark. Head over the footy, Crane. He keeps going, the little master. They're all over him. Umpire's saying play on. He's still letting it go. This is good umpiring.
Yeah, I like the way it's gone. Let them play. Let the boys play.
Yep. If it spilled out and the Bulldogs were away, then we got another twist in the tail. Up they go for Hyundai. Parsons wins this one down. Siska takes it off the pack. Wrapped up immediately, and the umpire's going to ball it up again. Hyundai, main event has kicked off. Get down there, get a deal. Oh, no, Ruckman can get to it. Parsons gets it off the bounce. Attack there beautifully by Cormac. Big spiral down the wing. Johnson can't mark. Tucker with him. Good handball to Siska. Gets through three of them. Handballs back to Crane. Back to Crawford, the goal kicker. On his left foot. It definitely was outside of the left seat.
Yeah, it was.
Clark sets himself 1 from 3. King gets it to Field. They repel again, the Bulldogs. There's Taylor in the middle of the ground. Oh, Gallagher, be careful. Taylor just behind centre, plays on
Well,
immediately.
they got a bit of run out the side. Mitchell's on.
Got it off to a teammate there. He drives it long in defence. That was Stenhouse. They spoil the ball away again to the Tigers, and it's a late tackle by Versace. It should have been a free kick going the way of the Bulldogs, and it is. It's Mitchell. Plays on immediately, hasn't got the... And there's the bell, Craney, and they've pulled off another Houdini act. The South Bunbury Tigers go to the top of the ladder. 10-12-72. Bunbury 8-14-62 on the right end of the scoreboard. 10-point victors. We've been treated to an absolute buffet, smorgasbord, whatever you want to call it, here at Hands Oval today.
We love our local footy, Macca, and that's as good as it gets. What a game of footy. I mean, that was absolutely superb. We're going to take a little minute to get our breath, and then we're going to come back to wrap it all up. But that is Derby Day done, and wow, what a result. See you shortly.